RightonQuelive, we are live in another edition of the Zoom apocalyptic, trying to make it work with the Zoom virtual, trying to still talk to see, make sense of everything in this crazy ass time. Got two guests here with me today. One of you introduce yourself first.
Will we go first?
Yeah, you can go first. My fault.
Biv. It's Biviens. Everybody call me Biv, but it's Biviens. You can follow me on Instagram and everything. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, musician, songwriter, producer. You know, it's good to be back home in Philly. That's all I'm gonna say.
And you, sir?
What's up, y'all? I'm Tyrel John, Tyrel X John on Twitter. Artist, rapper, living in Georgia right now. Been everywhere though, so I'm all around.
Cool. Yeah. So how I came across both of you, Biv, I forgot how Instagram shit, and I checked out your project. What was it called again?
Aurora.
I was thinking Aurora.
Yeah.
Super dope project. Anybody who want to check it out, still on streaming. It's on streaming platforms, right?
Everywhere, yeah.
All right, good.
Everywhere, yeah.
It's going there. She got taken down, like.
No, everywhere. Apple, Tidal, everything. Deezer, all of that. Go ahead.
Right.
Deezer.
Yeah.
But it was really dope project. Wow, this is just like a real fresh sound and like a very well put together, well executed. I'm like, wow, sound like a dope guy, whatever. Very
Thanks, bro.
Creative in your style. So I bet when I talk to him. And then Tyrel came across some type of clip song you had put out with some type of snippet, and I was like, oh, this is like a little different. I'm like, oh,
I see this.
That was fire. So I'm glad to have both of you here, or whatever.
Appreciate it.
So the first topic I want to get across is like, you being from Philly, but also moving around, Tyrel being from Georgia. What do you feel like are like the lanes of music on your like emerging level, wherever you're at, wherever you tend to go to, city wise? Because I feel like observation I've always noticed where like street rap per se seem like it gets fast tracked more often, but it seems like it has a more glass ceiling. And like other forms of rap where they may take a slower pace, but they always tend to get far. But then, I feel like also that's like, so I feel like the other lanes usually like, let's just say more lyricist or whatever type thing. But then I feel like now there's the alternative wave of just, you don't know what the fuck that is, but it's just something over there kind of rhyming still. But I think there's so many lanes. And I also feel like eventually I think we should get to a place of just like sub-genres also. So to really just make sense of a lot of shit. So, Jeremy, what's your thoughts on that, and what lanes you think are out there, and also what lane you think you operate in?
Yeah, you could go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, in Georgia, you could just say Atlanta if you're in Georgia at this point. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's becoming more diverse with the lanes because Atlanta is kind of growing in population, and obviously with the music scene is at the height, at its peak right now out here.
Mm-hmm. Do you think y'all will keep it? Y'all had it for a long time. Will it continue?
I mean, to be honest with you, I gotta say, yeah, for real. Like, I don't really see. It's gotta have its run. Like, it's gotta have its time. Mm-hmm. I mean, the South. We already know the history with the South has kind of been disrespected in its own, with the way that the artists have come up, and now it's just like, I mean, the game gonna have to deal with it right now. The game, like the South. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like it's more diverse. There's more ways to get on. Like, you got, obviously, street rap is always going to have its lane. Like, that's what rap is always trying to hang its hat on, is like the streets, basically. So that's going to be forever. But, I mean, you got your, like, JIDs, your JIDs. I mean, you got
from Atlanta. I think he's from there, but I came across him recently, Deontay Hitchcock. I really fuck with him.
He's from Atlanta, too. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's more diversity. You're being able to see all the different types of experiences that are out here in the city and in the state, really.
Cool. Biv, anything with that?
I say
real quick before Biv adding, what lane do you think you operate in, or sub-genre, or whatever you want to call it?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm more on the conscious side, but
I've heard some people, they think conscious. Some people kind of run away from that. They think it's like condescending or backhanded or weird.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like hesitant to say it the way I'm saying it. I mean, nah. I stand on it. Like, it's more on the conscious side, but I try to make my music palatable. Like, I want people to enjoy what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be backpack all the way, like with the boring beats, and I'm just like trying to preach to you to death. I'm just trying to like say real shit.
Gotcha. You, sir?
Yeah, for me, I feel that too. It's like here in Philly, and I left like a whole year. Like I went to New York for like the past like 365 days. So when I came back, it just is like, like shout out to, it's a lot of different groups of like musicians and artists. And I say like musicians and artists because it's a lot. Because I started off as a musician that like I've known like some of these artists since they was in church or like they've been playing for somebody or like they, it's like a community. We know each other. And when you see somebody name, you like, oh, you on iTunes now? Okay, cool. Like I think here in Philly, we have yet to see what the full potential of like our togetherness is, because the last 10 years we probably had like 2 superstars. Atlanta could pop out a superstar every 2 months. Like
who'll be the 2?
Y'all be killing it. Like y'all be killing it. I fuck with the A, and I was on tour, and when I went to Atlanta, I was like, damn, I get it.
Oh, who will be the 2 though? Who will be the 2 besides Meek?
The 2, PNB.
You would say he's a superstar?
I mean, he out there, yeah.
He made it for sure. No, Uzi. I think Uzi.
And Uzi, yeah.
Yeah,
Uzi and PNB. Like, Meek, Uzi, and PNB.
They definitely popped off. Yeah.
Your mega stars, and it's like, I think that what's about to happen here is, with artists like myself, it's a lot of artists that are coming up in Philly that, the Tierra Wax, the Eli Capellas. It's a whole lot of artists that's about to just
I believe so too.
Because we sticking together now. Now we actually pushing each other, and that's what. Get me wrong, Tyrell. Do y'all do that a lot down in the A, like in Georgia? Y'all push each other,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it's kind of. I mean, it's real nice to see because you see with the way Gucci Mane and Young Thug and Future, they all pull people up.
Yeah.
Like, Gunna and Lil Baby, they was with them for years, and then you see the way where they at right now. So it's oh shit, hold on, my fault, fucked up. It's just like you see the chain, just like when one person gets in, the door stays open.
Yeah, I think even though I think Gucci one of like he's ass like musically for real, but
bro, don't disrespect the legend, bro. Come on, yo.
But legend.
Gucci ass.
Yo, don't disrespect.
He a legend because what I'm about to say is that I feel he's the one that really, I feel you could probably say is the biggest pillar of why Atlanta still has it. I feel you take Gucci out and then you just leave T.I. and Jeezy to do what they did in their time in that space, or Ludacris or whatever. I don't feel it connects the bridge to what happens now. And I feel Gucci did what he did and had his mentality, which led to Thug having his mentality. And Thug is like the real bridge to everybody, whatever. But I feel if the Gucci didn't happen, I don't think the run continued because he always like, no, let's bring everybody in. Like, and I feel T.I., of course they helped other people. I feel it just wasn't as widespread as Gucci's mind. He's like, no, all these young niggas coming. Like, we put everything on that. And it just changed everything for him. So I give he a legend for that alone.
I mean, in my eyes, he saw it as like that's the way you really take over. That's the way you make an imprint.
That's how you take over.
You got flood. Yeah, you got flood. You can't just you yourself just flood, put everyone on. I was having a conversation with someone recently, and we was having a slight debate of whether Dame Dash is a genius or not, whatever. First question, yes or no? Y'all think he's a genius?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, but he definitely has some personality. Like he messed up his shit. He did mess his shit up, but he's a smart dude. He's a smart dude. He is.
I've been saying Dame need therapy. He need to get his shit unpacked in there. He got a lot going on. But so and I feel like his genius is like you can like trying to downplay it like no, but I feel like he really was like no, we all can eat. Like it's not just me, Hove and Biggs. We all can eat. And in the interview, they like, did you think Kanye was going to be this? He was like, nah. He was just making all these fire beats. I just said, why not let him rap? And someone could say, well, that's not vision. No, that's not da-da-da. But no, a lot of people wouldn't think to let him do it, though. They just wouldn't have that impulse. So to have the impulse to be like, no, let Beans have his own thing and let Cameron have his own thing. Let Kanye do this. That's foresight and generosity and all that. And I feel that's a great skill to have. And I think Gucci, Gucci didn't know Thug would be what he is. But he's like, why not? Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was rap and R&B? What would y'all say is y'all favorite era? Only going back. Well, no, I'll say in general. What's your favorite era, shit?
The 90s.
For both?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, 90s rap, 90s R&B. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I take you back. I could take you back with the R&B to the 60s, but I ain't gonna go that far back yet.
Yeah, old head. I respect it.
The 60s, we wouldn't have none of this shit if it wasn't for the 60s.
Right.
So the 90s R&B and the 90s R&B and the 90s hip hop. I mean, it was great.
Facts. The 90s were just fire in every way, like movies, sports, music. Yeah. Tyrel, what you got?
I mean, I can't argue with you for real. Like, I gotta say 90s R&B, just flat out.
That's a hard out. That's a hard out right there. Yeah.
But I mean, with rap though,
come on,
tough.
Let's go.
Let's
go. I'm with you. I think I'm with you.
It's tough, like, cause I kind of want to say early 2000s for real.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna hear this. I'm listening.
All right,
listening.
Because the way I see it, 94 to 96 is like the peak of the golden age of hip hop. The albums that came out 94 to 96 from the East Coast and West Coast, I mean, those are the stones.
Yeah.
With other shit. Right
Nas, Tribe, Pac, Big, like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But the question is favorite era for me personally. I mean, I'm born in 94, so obviously I ain't really lived through experience the 90s. Mm-hmm. My life really starts in the early 2000s for real.
Okay, I feel that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's like on the Joe Budden podcast where they be like, they was outside for shit.
Wasn't outside.
Right. I wasn't outside for none of the 90s for real.
I feel that.
But I mean, like in the early 2000s, outside is like me being in school and then me hanging with my friends outside of school. So I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like that's Kanye, that's early Kanye. That's when Wayne hit his run in 07 and was killing shit all the way to 2011.
2011, yeah.
And I'm gonna double down on it. So I was talking to my man the other day, and he asked me what was like my what did he say? He said like my objective top 10 of all time, whatever. And no order. It was like Hove, no order, like Hove, Ross, Wayne, Nas, Kanye, Drake, and I say Ross, I think T.I. was in there, J. Cole and Kendrick was in there. That was like the rough order of that. And he's like, you got a lot. And he pretty much had the same one, except he also had Ice Cube in there, which I wasn't mad at. He had DMX in his. And he had Tupac and Biggie. Me personally, I don't put Biggie real high because even though he got two of the best albums ever, they just two albums. Like, and to me, I can put a lot of albums with Ready to Die. Life After Death, that's one of the best albums I've ever heard. So that's just in his own thing. But it's just two. Tupac, I just think niggas is better than Tupac. That's just all it is. So
let's keep it a buck. How often do you go to a spot and you hear somebody playing Tupac? You not.
We ain't gonna have no Tupac slander though. We ain't gonna do that.
I'm saying I'm agreeing with you because it's like
Biggie shit do get played though.
It's like that's what you listen to. It's like we live in it. Like I exactly get your point. Like no, they goats, but it's just like we going like you wake up in the morning, you know. I don't know what you're doing, but like you pulling up, you doing something. It's just like that's it. It's legendary.
To your point though, also you can go into a spot and hear Big Pop or One More Chance, and you wouldn't be shocked. Like Biggie, so Tupac, it isn't kind of the same, whatever. But he's like you got a lot of like new school and shit, whatever. Really. I think you kind of like disrespecting the GOATs and the legends and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, the only reason I feel again they are the legends and the GOATs, and that era is a great era. But I feel literally in 10, 20 years, we're going to look at the early 2000s as the second golden age. I feel just enough time hasn't passed.
Oh, definitely.
But you're not about to tell me early Kanye, Jeezy, T.I., Wayne, 50 Cent, Ludacris, Nelly. You ain't telling me this is a regular era. Like, it was regular.
No, it was legendary.
Shit,
Wait, you're touching on something real quick. Because
Eminem,
At what point do we start? Because you said 10 to 20 years, we'll look at this era now, or the 2010s. as like another golden age. I'm trying to figure out at what point do we start making room to accept the people that like I view as legends as like universally they respected as legends. Like at what point do we just accept it like flat out?
Yeah,
because I feel like people still trying to hate
moving niggas out the way respectfully though. Like
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even moving anybody out the way. Like that's a problem that I feel like older generations feel like my generation is trying to like shit on what came before us.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like Biggie and Kanye are the reason I started rapping. Mm-hmm. Like those two albums, I know it's just two, but those two albums changed my life when I heard those.
That's fire.
It's not about like moving anybody out the way or erasing anybody. It's all love because y'all started what I want to be a part of, like what really like changed who I am and made me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, like, in the same breath that I say I got respect for Biggie, I got respect for Big L, I got respect for Hove, I got respect for Tupac, I'm trying to tell you I got respect for Drake, I got respect for Cole, I got respect for Kendrick.
Exactly.
Like,
oh,
these
absolutely,
are people,
they're legends. Yeah. Oh no.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I feel like at the same, I feel like there's more to it. Like it's still like Wale, it's still like Big Sean, even Meek, like
Meek. Yeah.
And I just feel like it's hypocritical because people that love the 90s have no problem getting the 80s the fuck out of here. Like nobody's still trying to act like KRS-One is better than anybody in the 90s. And that's no disrespect. KRS is a legend, but people's like, no, niggas in the 90s is different. Like it's just a whole new thing. And like I'm not saying necessarily that these new people are better than them. Well, actually I'm saying Ice Cube is a legend. He's a GOAT. But other niggas are better than Ice Cube. Like I don't think that's just blasphemy to say that Ross, who got like 10 good albums, is better than a lot of people before him. Like Ross not a regular person. Like Wayne is not a regular person. Like
oh hell no.
Yeah, so I think it'd be like just hypocritical, like old head stubbornness. It's like how
I think they just being stubborn. They just being stubborn. They just being stubborn.
How dare you put somebody over Snoop? It's like what?
Yeah, nah, yeah.
But and to your point though, I feel even like cause you said 2011. I think also like you said I like that you said Drake because I was talking about just like the Wayne and T.I. Kanye, but no, even that blog era with Kendrick and Drake and Cole and Wale.
That 2013, like 2014, yeah.
Great era as well.
Do y'all think? I got a question. When do y'all think like? Well, honestly, I mean, how do y'all feel about what's going on right now? Like we 10 years removed, like that's less than 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, Drake came in 2009 and he never hit the brakes.
Facts.
But like, how do y'all feel about what's going on right now?
I'll let y'all go.
Like what do you mean exactly? Like what you saying?
Like in comparison to like right now's music in comparison to that when Ye T-Pain. It was just like every week it was a new song. Chris Brown had a song every week. It was just a platinum record every week. It was just like every Tuesday, boop, we got another one. Right. You know, how do you feel about the scene now? Nationally, and even like I say nationally, how do you feel about like hip hop right now? How do you feel about it? I mean, like, where you think it ranks? Where you think it ranks?
I think hip hop is still the center of culture. To be honest, but I mean, I feel like the game is kind of at a confusing point, obviously, with the way streaming is taking over and people still don't really know how to really earn their proper value off of streaming. Or like maybe we know how to, but we still like got to fight to get it, really. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like in terms of the creativity that's out right now, the artistry that's out right now, the different flows, the different melodies, I think it's at a really great point. I think where I think it's like you said, like we're gonna look at the 2000s as another golden age, but I think we're coming in like once we get over this COVID stuff, like I feel like it's kind of going to be maybe another like Renaissance type of era within like art and music, just the way, because I mean I feel like people are at home like maybe struggling, trying to get through inspiration and like depression and stuff like that. But I feel like people are still like sitting on and harboring on just like a bunch of ideas and a bunch of momentum that they just about to burst out with once we're able to actually like get out.
That's a good
So
point.
yeah, I feel like it's at a good place.
I'll let you go, Biv.
Yeah, I feel like right now we really about to go into something crazy. And I was just saying before with like the up and coming artists that are in Philly, you know, like the same thing with like the current hip hop, you know, game right now. Cause I love to rap. Like I love to do like my lyricist stuff, you know, my conscious stuff. You know, you check my catalog, like I love to like talk about stuff that actually like is real, you know. And you know, we do have right now, it's like I feel like right now is different in a time I don't think you've ever had before, where you could turn on Kendrick and then you could just, your mood could change, you know, some shit could happen, your mood change. All right, you throw some Drake on, all right, my mood changed, I'm listening to Uzi. Like, it's such a different, like, it's so many different flavors out now and different like styles that it's like, it is still hip hop. We run in the music, we run the world in music, black music, we run the music, and we've always have. But now it's just like, okay, you know, right now it's like, yeah, you can't even, you know, you can't mimic what we doing because we gonna keep reinventing. We keep reinventing and innovating, and like some of the alternative rap, you know, where at first like people be like, well, damn, what is that? Really, that's how rap started. Like when dudes started rapping over, you know, beat bopping in the park, it was like, what is this? It's different, and you gotta try it. And I love how, you know, the culture, like we coming together now to where the 20s is going to be, the rest of the 20s, I'm excited to see what this is about to be, because it's going to be exciting.
All right. So,
happy to be a part of it.
I'll be the angry old head, like the devil's advocate guy. So I actually think, so to your point about how rap really first started, where it's like, what is this? And you had people kind of shying away from it, rejecting it, and then no, you had to embrace this newfound art form, in a sense.
Yeah.
But I feel now we're at a point where, of course, people can experiment. We can introduce new things all the time. You don't want to let it die. But I feel now there's just too much of just every or anything. So I feel like if it's basketball, right? Basketball is a stat. When he first had basketball, like, what is this? It's basketball. But then once you have basketball, though, you can't then bring a football on the court type shit. So I feel like it's certain ways where like it's like everything new isn't good. I was trying to make a forced analogy, fumbled analogy, not important. But I feel like when you get to Drake, you can listen to Kendrick, listen to Drake, you listen to Uzi. But I feel Kendrick damn near retired.
I hope he don't.
Yeah, I don't know what this nigga doing. Drake is Drake, and I actually think the forefront, I'll call it, isn't as balanced as a lot of people like to think, whatever. Like, I have no problem with any music, whatever, whether I like or not. Everything deserves to have a space and a voice, whatever. But I don't think it's balanced at all. Where I feel like in 2012 or 10 or whatever, at the same time, niggas was out at the same time. You could listen to A$AP, Kendrick, 2 Chainz, Wale, Hov was still rocking, Kanye was still rocking, Wayne. All these things were happening at the same time. Where now it's literally Lil Baby, Uzi. And again, I like Lil Baby, but it's like I feel there's no other end of the spectrum that's like as active or as on the forefront. And people say, "Oh, why been Corday?" I'm not rolling. Or they would say like, Joey Badass. I thought he was gonna be one of them niggas, and he kind of just went his own route and he's trying to figure things out. I still like him, but it's like Vic Mensa. I thought Vic was gonna be one of them niggas. He kind of just did his
own. I was
I thought Vince Staples was gonna be a West Coast Nas. I believed it, like, and he kind of just.
So well, no. I don't think Vince falls in that category for real.
What you mean? He didn't fizzle out.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he fizzled out. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think to be honest, I don't think none of them, every single one of those artists is still active. Like, they not washed. Like, they not.
No. Okay, this is my point.
They not like, you know, what's I ain't even gonna draw nobody. But
so no, I'm not saying they wild. Like I said,
some artists
I just heard Joey
Badass, like, you know, a Trinidad James that come in and dip, but like
sure.
Joey Badass, I think what it is, and this is real cool to discuss because we talking about culture, is like I've been on the road. So like when I was out, all I'm worried about is my fans. Like, I think these guys is really starting to get into this, like, I'm gonna make my world. And it's like, I'm not chasing the mainstream. I'm not chasing I need to be on the BET Awards. They be like, oh man, fuck the BET Awards, because my concert is the BET Award. I'm gonna make my production where people come to my concert. And it's like, I think that's why it's so many different kinds of like people, because it's guys that like y'all don't even like, you might not have heard of Q, but they selling out shows, and it ain't easy to sell out shows.
Like who?
Baby King.
I know him.
Now you know about Baby King? You hit?
Yeah,
But would you put him up there with a Joey though? You probably would you?
No.
He right there though. Like I say he right there. That's somebody, Anderson .Paak. You know, like they not
Anderson. He his own type of world. He's already that nigga. Like he. I fuck with Anderson .Paak. So to me, he already established in what he is. Like,
but that's what Biv's saying for real. Like, Anderson .Paak established his own fan base, his own world, and that's what he now lives in. That's where he exists.
Stays in his world. Yeah,
that's his own lane. That's why I feel like it's hard to say anybody is really washed in today's era.
Was washed.
Well, yeah, all right, yeah, you're right. That's not what you're really saying. Because what you're really saying is the attention has dwindled down on these people, and like,
the landscape isn't as balanced, I feel, as it once was.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's a lot, and also I want to add is Wale, Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Big Sean, they all became stars at least. Some became superstars, but they all were stars. A few other people in there I can think of right now. Right now, I'm not sure who would be the next stars that would fit in that elk. Again, we also had that time we had 2 Chainz, all niggas. We already see who are the new 2 Chainz and new Futures. We already see that. That shit is popping, shit is fire. But I don't know who's about to be the next crop of that crowd. And it's like that crowd, and that crowd, they already shit moves so fast now that their 10-year run is like a 15, 20-year run. So they all about to stop rapping. Like Wale, Sean, Drake gonna rap forever and just be a star forever, damn near.
We about to see. Hopefully, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see Rel, man.
I do believe that. Man. I think a whole new wave is gonna come in, and I think that would be more likely to happen. I think.
Well, let me not step on what's really happening too. What we really saying. So in the 2020s, I feel like we're gonna see the next group of the people you're talking about. But what we're also seeing is the elevation of women in rap.
Facts.
And that's really so it's really about to be the 2020s is about to be so great because it's probably about to be the first time in rap that men and women are on or getting on the same playing field.
Yeah.
In terms of popularity, in terms of flow, in terms of I mean, it's always been that, but it's always been hit it like people have been trying to put the women down. So it's just like now they taking over. It's domination for real.
They taking over. I love a lot of these female artists. Incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely enough of them that if you say you don't like nothing, you definitely just a hater. Like it's of them say like, nah, I don't like none of these girls. It's like, really? Word? You don't hear one song you like.
Yeah.
This is weird. So to that point though, good segue. Are y'all one of the men that was thinking WAP was vulgar and disrespectful to society and making kids want to rape each other? And
nah, bro.
Nope.
It's not.
No, I loved it. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's art. You know, I love to see the women winning. You know, I love to see, look at Megan Thee Stallion. You know, she dealing with.
She might have a crazy run right now.
Oh man, and I hope that she do incredible things. You know, I think that the summer she has had, with the personal things and to still had a foot on the gas, like after such a tragic event, bust out of nowhere with something that you done worked on for months and just like this the number one record in the world, and it make people mad when we black. So anything we do, we go number one. They gonna say, well, it's vulgar. I don't know. But y'all, nah, we taking this shit over, and I can't wait to see it. The more successful Megan and all the ladies. Shout out all the ladies in Philly, all the female artists in the A and Georgia, all over the country. I love y'all. Right.
Did you want to add something?
Bro. I mean, the song is about pussy for real. I mean, and I like pussy, so like I understand
shit.
All right. So I will say this: when I first saw the video, because someone had sent it. It was like the night it came out. They sent me. So all they did, they sent me the a screenshot of Meg in a split. And I was like, oh, that video came out. I'm like, oh, let me go look at this joint right now. And I was just like, wow, this joint is just super
Queens
fire.
is winning.
Like,
Queens winning.
I will say though, the song is whatever to me, whatever. But the video just fire. Mission accomplished. Cool.
Yes.
So again, me personally, I wasn't thinking like, yo, like, is this too much?
Yeah.
Da 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 da. But when I see the conversation, I think it's interesting because, as a side note, because of Instagram personally, I've always thought like, yo, like if I was like in middle school or high school, I'd be a horny ass young bull. Like it's just so much ass everywhere. Like back then, it was like a thing to have like a King magazine or something, or like it was like not restrictions, but like boundaries or whatever. BT Uncut, whatever it was. It wasn't just so accessible. So kids are already horny. At least, whatever. At least I was. I was horny in fucking middle school, high school. So I could imagine having Instagram, just seeing a different video or Vixen girl just every day. Like, oh my God. Like, and then, recently when in Chicago, the boy died, I forgot his name, whatever. And actually, personally, I was kind of bothered by it because I saw so many people on Twitter they wasn't from Chicago for real, was just like, oh yeah, don't be from 63rd and shout out to Vaughn and just like kind of just making this whole thing a mockery, like, and just like we're not talking about death. And like, and I think about the whole Chirac scene, like from 2011, 12 to now, like how many people have heard just God connected to that scene and how it's even treated. It's just very strange to me, whatever. And then I think about that's been an effect on culture. Like that's been an effect on Black people and Black men and violence and gangs. How people talk about gangs and ops so much. So if we can talk about that influence, is there not an influence of everything? So just because it's about women, should we not act like this isn't influence at all? When it's all culture, so it's all influential. So like if that, I do believe the Chirac thing has affected our culture in a way that there's like a before and after Chirac thing. I think there is an effect that's evident of that. So is there something to be said just about influence of music, entertainment in general? And is there a social responsibility of any kind?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we're seeing right now, there's just a lot of unlearning and relearning that needs to happen. Like we got to unpack a lot of trauma within our community. We got to deal with a lot of mental issues that we've tried to put away in our community. Right now, a lot of pain is coming to the forefront is what's really happening. Like a lot of trauma, a lot of pain is coming to the forefront. But what I mean by that is the world is seeing it now. The world, like on a global scale, the world is seeing all this pain and all this trauma come to the light. Mm-hmm. And it's so fucked up just because so much wrong continues to happen as we try to right so many wrongs that have already been done. Right. And I just feel like in terms of social responsibility, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to like heal a broken village for real. I feel like. Right. And that's really where we're at. Like it's just a bunch of broken villages. Like we have to learn to protect Black women. We have to. I mean, it's crazy that I have to say that. Like we have to learn to protect Black women, but that's really where we're at. Like we have to learn to protect Black women. We have to learn to protect ourselves. Look out for ourselves, our own mental health, our own brothers, our own neighbors. Like it's just. And let me say prayers to Chicago, everybody that's been affected by everything that's happening out there. 1000%. RIP to Duck and everybody that's lost their lives over there. But it's just like I like to understand history, but I like to also look towards the future with a sense of optimism. So I understand that like things are gonna get worse before they get better, but as long as we keep trying, things will still get better. You feel me? So
right.
Did you want to add something?
100%, exactly. No, you couldn't say it no better than that, bro. Exactly. We have to stick together to push each other to push forward. It's not going to be just overnight. It's not going to be one person. It's really going to take all of us to come together to push forward in music and everything, sports, everything. I think that it goes beyond, just the entertainment and business, and education and everything. Literally everything that we wake up and do. Every industry, we got to take this step forward, and it starts with us. It starts with us.
Yeah, and yeah, so like me, like I don't think Cardi and Meg are wrong for that video. They're grown ass women speaking about grown ass
Yeah.
shit for grown ass people. So, but I was thinking like, is there something? Because when I was hearing this conversation, I was like, but what can we do? Like, they're not wrong for making this song they want to make, but also I understand like the fact that kid, and again, no one's saying you should that Cardi should raise your kids, but there's plenty of people in broken homes that don't have parents. So it's also that thing that's the elephant in the room is that plenty of kids don't have like stable household with parents and guidance shit like that with. So is it just nothing to just see this video for your kids? It's just no, it doesn't matter at all. I don't think that's like really realistic that like this isn't nothing to a young kid to see this with the song. And again, not that they're wrong. And again, even the conversation, I don't know what the fix should be, but I feel there's something to be said about that reality of it. Like young boys or even young girls seeing the songs, and not just them, anything. Same way as them young kids seeing plenty videos and hearing plenty songs about certain content about killing.
Influence,
shit.
yeah.
That isn't like it has an effect. Like I was actually another conversation I was having where I think it might have been Dirk or Meek, one of them. And they like, do you think you had anything to do with like the drug epidemic going on, whatever? And he's like, no, rappers aren't responsible for that. And it's like, that's not realistic. Like, of course, like I'm not saying you're a bad person, you're wrong. But if you talk about drugs in your music, you can't want to say, like, yo, I made it cool to wear this. I made it cool for niggas to start doing this. But then when niggas be like, no, but what about something bad? You're like, oh, I didn't influence that. I had nothing to do with that. That you can't tie that to me. Like, no, your influence is your influence, good or bad. I feel people don't want to own the badness of it. It's weird to me.
Well, it's weird, like in America, right? We prop up entertain, like this idea of cult of celebrity, and it's like how fandoms and shit like that starts. It's like we prop these people up, these entertainers up, as icons and people to follow and people to look up to and aspire to be, because I guess in a capitalist world where like your heroes are all people who make the most money, you look towards the people who make money but also make you feel good as the people who are supposed to be your icons and your heroes. It's real fucked up. But I mean, it's like that's just the way we look at shit. Like we look at celebrities like we're supposed to worship them. I mean, not saying everybody does that, but I'm saying it's a general sense of the way society is kind of working. And I feel like a discussion that's like coming up from the WAP situation and kind of just in general with the way like celebrities have been acting is like, we really don't need to look at these people like that. Like we don't have to prop them up. Like it's cool. Okay, it's cool if you're a little kid, like middle school, high school type shit, and like your favorite rapper or the person who's responsible for your favorite album is somebody like you're like, oh my God, like this person's awesome. Like that's not what I'm bashing here. What I'm saying is like, we don't always have to look at musicians or artists as political leaders or like the people that we should like be coming for like the statement of the times. It doesn't need to be that. And it's even weirder now because we make people famous just for being present on social media. But it's just a weird it's a weird time. Like, okay, this kind of goes back into how I feel about this current state of rap and like the game. It's obvious it's always been a fake ass world, but kind of what you were saying, Biv, it's like what you need to do as an artist now is create realness within the fake shit. Like fan by fan, song by song, drop by drop, like interaction by interaction, you build it from the ground up. You make something real out of a fake ass situation, and then you can survive off that. That's how you can really eat. Once you build something sustainable and real, that's your world. That's your home. That's where you live at, right there.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to add something to that? About the other topic in general about social responsibility or whatever.
No, we can move forward.
Okay, let's talk. Biv, talk more about your journey thus far and your musical style, and how you got to this point. And also, you can start with that with like, give me your Mount Rushmore of 4 people that are most responsible for your, let's just say, influence or style, however you want to answer it.
I would say, definitely Q-Tip. I started off playing jazz. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but I started off as a trombone player. So, like, I studied the history of Black music. Like, that's how I came in. Like, I was going to be a professional jazz trombonist. Like, that's how I started off. I was like 9, 10 years old, and then I started to do my hip hop thing when I turned like 12. Like, when I was 12, shit was just like, all right, I could play everything on the radio. I could write these songs. Like, the girls dancing to these records. What you mean? I love to write these pop records. Like, but when I was a Q-Tip, Miles Davis, you know, J. Cole. I gotta put J. Cole up there, and Hove. That's my Mount Rushmore.
Fire four. Like, yeah.
For my life, for me, that, cause like without them, I wouldn't be doing none of this. Like, I wouldn't be doing none of this at all if it wasn't for them four. And I think that, you know, coming back to the beginning of my life, each phase, you know, when you listen to, like, I don't know if it's just me, but you know, when you find somebody that's a little older than you, like, it's like, it could be a role model in the music, like the history or something. So, like, I would study, like, not just a song, like, I would study, like, the whole life of, like, Miles Davis and be like, well, damn, like, his life no different than Lil Wayne's, really, because, like, he was a celebrity and he was Black and he dealt with the same things in the news and stuff, and they try to put, you know, injustices against him. He's really, they're no different. It's just he don't talk. He played through a horn. Right. And it's just like, for me, I'm gonna take y'all back. You know, it's like I've been playing instruments and music since I was like 8 years old. You know, I was one of them badass kids who, like, I used to get into fights all the time on a block. You know, I used to be outside till 12. Mom come outside with the belt. Where he at? You know, just causing ruckus in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But I started playing these horns, and like I was one of the only kids on my block that played horns. Nobody else played horns. Two of my first friends, and I'm not happy to say this, but two of my first friends from my block, one in jail for life, and the other one, you know, he passed away. He was gunned down. You know, and these are like my two friends. I live like, Chris, you coming outside today type friends, and I think that, you know, they're part of my journey. I always played the horn, so I was different. I was always a different kid. I would be walking home from school, start off with one instrument, then the teacher be like, well, you learn this one, you're going to learn this one. So I learned like 6 instruments in 2 years when I was a young kid. And then I would just like go from playing Miles to playing Omarion. I played Omarion on the horn. You'd be like, damn, he playing Icebox in the horn in the room. This shit sound all right. So my mom used to just let me do my thing. You know, and then as I got into writing my own music, that was where I had my disagreement where, like, okay, I'm not going to be a jazz trombonist because, like, I can't write these songs the way I really want to write them. Like, I can't stage dive with a trombone. I probably could, but, like, I can't stage dive. I do play horns on some of my shows. Like, I, like, do a segue where I'll just play along to the track with my band because I play with a band. This bit's different, being original. And coming up, like, it was cool that, like, I was one of them kids where I was cool enough to get your girl.
Oh, talk heavy. All right, talk heavy.
You don't even want to fuck with me. So, I'm keeping it a buck. Because you know the young boys, they play the horns. Y'all know that. I'm keeping it a buck. It was hard. Like, I'd be walking home. This nigga walking home with a fucking instrument. He's walking home with an instrument right now. He ain't gonna be nobody.
Oh, you definitely brave to be walking around with the horns. Like, yeah, that's different.
Walking around everywhere I went. Because here's another thing, like the responsibility, and I say that I was playing in church, playing gigs. I started making my first little $30, $40 gigs playing this horn, help my mom out with the rent. So I'm like, yeah, y'all could laugh at the nigga. Shit, we eating tonight. You know, it's like, it was really cool.
After I saw Ray, I was inspired to play the piano. But I was like the dumbass nigga from Drumline. I ain't learning how to read. Come on, talk about shit. Like, they can just teach me from memory how to play Diary by Alicia Keys and how to play this by Ray Charles.
Oh, he's on some smooth shit.
But my dumbass, it never resonated. I forgot all that shit. Whatever. I waste my mom all that money. Failure in life. So like, no, like but I definitely always had a great respect for just musicians in general. No, to play multiple instruments, that's fire. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, so I started off like that.
Before we even continue, though, I actually like.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I like that resonates with me when you talk about your friends, because like I was around my mom way the other day, and I saw some people I used to know around there, and I realized in that moment that I have a thing where I don't like asking about other people when I'm talking to someone from my old hood where my mom went, because it's always bad news. It's never something good. Like, oh, whatever happened to, or where he at or this, and it's always just something fucked up.
Oh
Right?
man, it's never good news.
So, but it was a month. I'm like, damn, that's a fucked up reality.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I did it. You know, subconsciously, I always be like, because when I saw someone, I really was thinking, like, I wonder where. I'm like, I ain't asking. It's probably something bad, whatever. So it's a real thing, and you know, it's cliche that parents say whatever of like, you go with this, that you end up in here, and they headed this way. But then when you grow up and you realize like that shit really happened.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing, like, you know. But you know, good thing.
Yeah, and you know, I'm real big on like coming back to my community. We try and open up some music schools, do some music camps on both sides, instrumental and studio production. So it's like learning how to read. Like if you think like us now, just like nigga, I ain't about to learn how to play no piano. I was like 9, 10, just like I learned I can get my ear. I can hear some play it, boom, I play the whole song back. But that's where it's like the more you know, the more dangerous you're gonna be. Cause then I walk in the room and it'd be like, all right, we're gonna do this jazz joint, we're gonna do this orchestral classical joint, then we're gonna come all the way up, we're gonna do a cover of Lady Gaga. Like, why are we doing all of this in 15 minutes in school? But it helped you to be like, all right, now I'm working with an artist. Artists say, I want this, and this. I want it to sound like this. I want it to be in this key. I want these instruments. I can go back, give me a day, I'll come back, everything the way you want it.
Gotcha. So then going more so into your actual music, once you start like rapping and stuff like that, how did that go? What were some of like the stages you went through, stuff you learned along the way, shit like that?
The beginning humbled me, and it still do to this day. It keep me going. I think about my beginning when like writer's block and be like, damn, you know. So I was like 11, 12. Now I'm the kid with the horns. So now you get to high school, you see me now. Now I'm learning how to rap. It's like, okay, this motherfucker, he the band geek that rap now. And I was really rapping though. Like I was never like and like I would listen to like put different patterns together and shit. Cause I was really trying to translate. If I could play a jazz solo, I'm gonna make the jazz solo in words. So when you listen to my rhymes and when you listen to my music, you kind of can hear this influence of, oh, he floating like horn. Yeah, I wanted to challenge to say, all right, I could do that, but I could do this. And then I'll never forget, I did a talent show. 9th grade, my school got like 1,500 kids in it. Do this talent show. Me and my boy, Emmanuel Wilkins, shout out to him. He got the #2 jazz record in the world right now. That's my buddy. We play in the stage, high school, 1,500 kids get booed. I'm up there rapping, they like boo-hooing the shit out of me. I'm like crying, yo. I'm like, damn, I was getting ready for this for 2 weeks and like 2 years. I felt that booming. It's like, yeah, you was shitty. Like, no, like that joint was ass. Like for 2 years. Like, so then I used that motivation to say, all right, well, what's gonna get worse than that? My peers that's gonna see me every single day, they just booed the shit out of me. Right. Watch me come back here in 5 years, I'm gonna be on tour. And that's exactly what I did. It's just a blessing I took writing those silly rhymes in band and in band camp. I'm writing rhymes. Starting off on SoundCloud in the neighborhood, started to catch on and say, you know what, I'm gonna give them a go. And then just kind of I've been growing since then. I'm still growing, you know, we still pushing and seeing things, going different message, you know. Yeah.
Cool. Tyrel, you want to get started with your story?
Yeah, bro.
So with me, like, so I was born in PA. I was born in Bristol. And I've lived, yeah, I've been bouncing around. Lived in Baltimore, and then I came down here in Atlanta, and then I went to school in Cincinnati. So I'm only saying all that to say I've been meeting people in all these different places. So, like me and music, it didn't start for real until like high school type shit. I was out here in Georgia. I went to Redan in Stone Mountain. I started rapping in like 9th grade during like a blackout. We had like a blackout in the cafeteria, and the niggas I was sitting with was just like, yo, let's just start freestyling just on some board shit.
By the way, this is a fire scene in a movie already. Like, this is a fire like, in the biopic, in the 8 Mile biopic. This is a fire.
Yeah.
It's lit.
But yeah, just on some board shit. Like, we just started freestyling, but I never thought about rapping for real. Like, I never thought of myself as like a rapper, none of that shit. But everybody said my shit was fire, so I was like, all right.
Everybody said it was fire. I'm a rapper now.
Nah, not even then. I was like, all right, that's cool. It was like months later. I just like started freestyling at home, just because I was like, let me see if I can like freestyle for real. Mm-hmm. And to me at first, all that shit was trash, but I just kept doing it, and eventually I just got like really good at being able to freestyle. I would say I'm trash at that shit right now, but we'll talk about why that happened. But yeah, I just got like really good at being able to freestyle, and that's kind of what I ended up being known for at Redan. Like, we would just be in the classroom, and just like on board shit, niggas would just be like, yo, drop a beat, like, you should freestyle. But every time I would do it, like, niggas would go crazy. And then it would get to the point where like the kids would get the teacher to pause class just so they could get me to freestyle.
He was a legend.
And then in high school, let me shout out my brothers Damone and Bakari, because they was the for real rappers at school. And I ended up doing they ended up getting me to do to really perform my rapping shit at school. And that's when I started to get comfortable with it. And then I made like a 10-track mixtape in my bedroom my senior year, just to prove I could do some shit. I really made it just for my classmates to hear. And everybody in my class was fucking with it. So when we graduated and shit, my whole yearbook is like, yo, when you blow up, don't forget me type shit. Like, yo, you gonna make it, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So then fast forward a little bit, I hadn't really figured out what I was going to do past graduation. I was saying I was going to go to college, but I was kind of bullshitting on the way I was applying to colleges and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was about to go to the school in North Carolina called Campbell, some Catholic school type shit. Mm-hmm. But they called me a week before I was supposed to move in, and they was like, I know you've been saying your tuition is covered, but it's actually not. You got to come with hella bands out of pocket, or you can't come here.
You're like, nigga, get this money in a day.
You actually owe $20K. You're like, what?
Tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
We want the money tomorrow.
No, for real. That's because it was a week before I was supposed to move in. It was like, yo, you got to give us this money tomorrow for real, or you can't come here. Wow. So I was like, all right, I'm not going. Mm-hmm. So I called my dad. He had a connection at Clayton State, which is in Morrow, Georgia. And long story short, I ended up going there for 2 years. Their major shit. And I made 2 mixtapes while I was there. Okay. I only put them out on Bandcamp, but everybody that heard them was like, yeah, this shit is fire. You kind of got something. And then that ended up, I made an EP with a producer named Chopper Beats. He hit me up after I made the second one, and he was like, yo, this shit's too fire. We got a link. Let's do that. And I'm always open to collaboration and shit, because, I mean, I ain't nobody, so, I'm going to do whatever comes my way for real. And that shit was solid. That shit went great. And then that's when I kind of, that's when shit kind of gets messed up for me, because I hit depression for real hard in those 2 years I was at Clayton State. And I was trying to figure out how to get out of it. I figured
something in particular that triggered it while you was in school, or school itself, or
I couldn't I didn't know. I mean, obviously there's trying to figure yourself out after everybody goes through that, but at that point I really didn't know who I was, what I was trying to do, what I was trying to be, or who I was trying to be. And I felt like I was somewhere. I felt like I didn't know any of that, and I was also somewhere that I didn't want to be. So not knowing who you are, what you want to be, and being somewhere you don't want to be, all mixed, it just was bringing me down. And so I figured I've always been doing art shit. Let me just get back into that. Go to art school. Maybe that'll trigger something or that'll get me back into something. So I applied to 2 schools. One was in Michigan, the other one was in Cincinnati. I got accepted into the Cincinnati one, went up there. But then in my first year there, my grandma died.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, man.
And like maybe 2 months after that, the laptop that I had that I was working on my new project on got stolen from out of the school. It got stolen. Well, I wasn't at the school. Somebody like came in that shit and stole my shit out the school. Nobody saw nothing.
Like
Actually,
in your dorm?
huh?
Like in your dorm?
Nah, cause like it's a art. The way the art school was set up is like you get your own studio in the fucking building and shit.
Gotcha.
So your studio acts like your home away from home, basically type shit, or your dorm away from your dorm. So I had it in there because I was coming back. I had to leave to go home to eat, and I was coming back. And when I came back, they apparently they let some people come through that shit, and then somebody stole my shit. But after, I'm apparently the reason that school has cameras, like security cameras now, because of that incident. But
wow.
So yeah, my grandma passed from cancer. The laptop got stolen, and I was just like, fuck, like I don't know what I'm about to do, bro. Like I'm getting fucking, like I'm really going through it type shit. And then I was living in a dorm situation that they had set up for me, and that summer hit. I had been living out there for a whole school year. My grandma had already passed. Laptop got stolen and shit. Now, but I can't go back home to Georgia. I got to stay out there, like, cause it was just like the way shit was going for me at the time. I just had to stay out there, try to work my way through like living out there. I just wanted to be on my own. But I didn't have a job that whole first year. I couldn't find a job. Then actually when I came back from my grandma's funeral, I got 2 interviews and got both of those jobs. Like the day I came back from her funeral. So that helped me out a little bit. I was able to move into this whack ass fucking efficiency out of the dorm because they let me on some like breaking the contract on my dorm. They let me stay there through the summer until I found an apartment. I found this whack ass efficiency. They was taxing hella hard on that shit. But it was literally just like a fucking kitchen and a bathroom. Like that's all that shit was for real.
Yeah.
But I move in, I'm thinking everything is good. I sleep there like my first night. I wake up the next morning, I got fucking, my arms are fucking like bleeding and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Come to find out I had bed bugs in the shit. Like I moved into a spot with fucking bed bugs.
Oh man.
So, bro,
wow.
Obviously I'm at like my lowest point for real.
That's a lot, yeah.
That was at the time I was like really like, I even called like the suicide hotline one time. Like, I'm just putting that out there just because like, I wasn't really about to kill myself. I just like felt like I can't talk to anybody but I know for real. Let me just call somebody that I know is a stranger that will listen to what the fuck I'm just about to vent real quick on that type of shit.
And it was hopeful?
I mean, yeah, I would say it was. I mean, like I said, I was
actually, and mainly I ask because I've actually I've seen some like mixed takes or opinions on like the suicide hotline when people say, don't just post it. It's deeper than that for some people. That's not posting a number, not going to do shit. And I was like, I mean, it could though. Like I'm not really sure like how posting a number for this particular matter could be bad. Like it's like I always thought that was strange. Like it happened. Yeah.
I don't have any problem. I don't see any problem with anybody posting it. I feel like spreading information and spreading awareness is always positive. I mean, and for me, I knew what I was calling for. Like I knew I just wanted somebody that I didn't know to just sit there and listen to what I was about, like just gonna like blurt out in my fucking like tears and shit. Like I was sitting in my bathroom in a fucking efficiency with bed bugs. Just like, let me talk real quick. Let me talk to somebody. Because at the same time, I'm out in Cincinnati by myself. I don't really want my family to know that. Like they know shit is fucked up for me, but I don't really want them to know the extent of how it's fucking me up.
Yeah.
But ended up from there, I ended up getting really cool with my two brothers from out there, Tez and Goose. Let me shout out to them. They helped me. They moved me into their spot. They ended up moving in together, and they moved me into their spot.
Shout out to good friends.
Yeah, man. And I started this period of just like kind of like couch hopping, and then I ended up in a relationship, and I kind of moved in with her, and I was like, I was out there for a total of 5 years. So in that whole time, I just kind of was like going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going through all my personal shit, just like feeling everything I felt, like letting it just go through me. Obviously, I got into drugs at that point. Before I got to college, I had done nothing. I hadn't smoked weed. I hadn't drank anything. I didn't consider myself straight edge. I just didn't do that shit. But then I tried a little bit at Clayton State, and then when I got to Cincinnati, just being around all them art kids, and then after my grandma passed, there was so much shit around. Like, I got into smoking weed, I got into acid, I got into mushrooms. I will say though, mushrooms, that was like my worst experience. I only did that once. That shit fucked me up because I did that, and then I started seeing my dead grandma in her casket like everywhere I looked. So that shit fucked me up completely. Wow. But fast forward, I ended up just this past October. I kind of was like just coming to my senses, like, yo, like I gotta leave now. I gotta get out of here. Like I've wallowed. Like I've sat in a depression. I gotta do something to get out of it now. Like I gotta move forward. And this whole time, mind you, I'm still doing music shit. Like people still insist that, like they still are learning of me and learning who I am through mostly music. I'm doing art shit, but I'm mostly doing my music. And let me say, shout out and rest in peace to my man Derek Dankwa. He was one of the people that helped me out there, because he was one of those like do everything type rappers, like make the beat, rap on it, fucking mix it, fucking promote himself, like fucking set up his own stage, fucking his own DJ type shit. And he actually ended up passing away on his birthday, which was another thing that helped me while I was out there. But again, all that side shit I moved last October. I moved back home. I got my mom to come pick me up from Ohio, moved me back into her place, which is where I'm at now, back in Conyers, Georgia.
Okay.
And then the plan was to just go full steam ahead in my music shit. Like just hit the studio, get a project done, put it out, go. But I just had to work for a little bit of time to stack my money up real quick, just to pay for the studio,
bro.
and then
so
I got jobs out here. But then 2 months in, I came in October. Really, right after New Year's hit is when they started talking about COVID.
Right.
March is when they started like laying niggas off and sending people home and shit like that. So I came in October. In January, I knew some shit was coming. So I'm like, all right, fuck, I don't know what the fuck is about to happen, but I know this shit is about to go down. And then when it hit in March, I was like, all right, let me not like fall back into the depression type shit. Just let me like sit back. Like, I've been able to work through this whole shit this whole time, like multiple jobs, but I've been able to work through this whole shit. So money's still been coming in, and I've been able to make, like, since I've been back, I've been in the studio like only like 4 times, but I got 45 songs out of that shit. Cause I go in and I make like 10 songs every session, like out of 4 hours or some shit. Just because that's just how I've been able to write ever since I've been able to come back.
Yeah.
Now I got this project I'm working on. I'm about to call it Hope It All Works Out. I'm trying to drop it. I was gonna try to drop it at the end of the month, but shout out my HBC boys in Philly, Sheed and Moses. They got a project, Absent, coming out on the 25th.
Okay.
So I gotta let my guys rock. I'm gonna try to drop my shit.
Fuck them niggas. Fuck out of here. Fuck HBC.
Yeah, shout out my boys. Shout out my
guys. You
alone
on that one, Q.
Shout out to She. Shout out to White Boy Riley. I fuck with him.
Yeah. Shout out. Matter of fact, I was listening to the episode with you did with Riley.
Me
this
too.
Morning.
Appreciate it.
And I was I mean, because I'm pretty much done with my story. Like,
man, look, I gotta tell you, man, look, like coming into the recent, I ain't really diving into no recent shit. I ain't gonna go too far on, but bro, we real similar with I'm excited to hear your music, man. I have not heard one song yet, but I'm just excited to hear your sound. and the stories that you telling, because you got stories. You got stories for days. And like when I'm writing my music, like I don't like, yeah, we have our fun sometimes, but majority of the time it's just real shit that I've experienced. Like Aurora I gotta tell you about that in that time of my life.
Yeah.
So like for me, like, you know, this last 2 years has been like a roller coaster. Like, you know, just I was helping my mom's, like going to school, working, helping mom pay all the bills. Mom lost her job, got hurt. I'm paying all the bills. Oldest child, 3 siblings, you know, and it came down hard. I'm going to work, working for bread I don't never get to spend. You know, I'm working my ass off at King of Prussia Mall. All the people that come in and see me and shit is like, damn. I'm just like, yeah, I can't buy a burger for you. Like, I can't buy myself a burger. Like,
Right.
And it was like, you know, that was a point where like it was no like I was not doing no shows. It was like 2017 to 2018, no shows, and like I just was I was doing house parties. I was doing 2017, 2018. I'm in the mall working my ass off, and you know, I was depressed as fuck. Like I was depressed as fuck because I'm like, damn, I want to make music. People coming up to me like, damn man, when the next song you dropping? Like, what's going on with your music thing? Like, you supposed to go to Juilliard? Like, what the music like, man? Like, where you at? And I just was like, I'm selling you these glasses. You trying to buy 2? Like, you trying to buy 3 because the nigga trying to eat. Like, you know, I started off working American Eagle Outfitters in the mall and just network my way to a True Religion when True Religion was trying to like about to die. I got the last bit of money out of them. Then I went over, did Sunglass Hut, UGG Australia at the same time. So I'm doing UGG Australia, American Eagle, you know, then I did the Sunglass Hut John. People be doing shopping Black Friday, see me at like 3 different stores. Like, damn, look at you sleep. Like, nah, I gotta
on the
get
job.
Yeah, like you locked in, you're mentally, and your mental is like you shut everything out. You shut everything out because that's the only way that you're gonna keep your head on straight on this bread. So I feel you on that period of time, you know, where it's like you don't know when it's up, but like look how things is coming up now, man. And I really I took a big jump. Like I had got a job down in so working at this store called Boyd's down here in 18th and Chestnut in Philly. The youngest, only young black guy in the company.
Oh shit.
So I'm coming in there every day. First I'm coming there with the H&M jackets. You know, I'm coming in there, $40 H&M suit on, and I'm dealing with big boy money. Like I'm dealing with people who like, look, man, I need 6 suits. Like, but they wouldn't let me get to those clients. They would give me the little, he gonna come and give him a pair of socks. Chris help him. Go help him with them socks. It's commission. Yeah. So the socks ain't gonna pay my bills, man.
Right.
So I learned it. I learned how to like communicate with all kinds of different people and, you know, to bring them in my world. Be like, you know, I make music and they're like, these like guys, owners of companies and shit. And they like, I'm telling them how I'm struggling and shit. And they like, man, you got a gift. Get out of here. Go to New York. Go to New York. You gonna be good. And I'm like, go to New York? Like I'm trying to get a couple bucks. They're like, no, your talent is gonna take you somewhere else. And that's a point where it's like, I heard that coming up. You know, we've heard that. But in May, like, it was a point where they was just mistreating me, you know, and they was just on some like, cause I'm black, you know, I felt like I was mistreated cause I was black. I'm asking for some more money. I'm making y'all millions of dollars. Right. And y'all hitting me with the, nah, man, we ain't trying. I feel like they didn't want to see me win. That's me. They like, nah, we ain't really trying to see you win. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to New York. And this is abrupt. I just went up to New York, interviewed for a bunch of jobs, and thank God I landed a joint. This is funny as shit. Get a job in New York. You know, I'm 22. Can't think I'm about to be good. I can work this gig and take my career about to take off. Gig, working a job for 6 months, they lay us off. Wow. I done moved to a whole different city. You know, I'm coming in early, staying late. I'm the executive. I'm a 22-year-old executive, and it was not sweet. I'm like, damn, y'all just gonna let the niggas go? Like, this is it. They're like, yeah, we've done what we needed to do with this. It was a company that was based in London. That we've done what we need to do in America. Deuces, we out of here. So I had auditioned for a TV series last summer. I think I might have reached out to you around this time, Q, when I saw your London and Raleigh joint.
Okay.
So I auditioned for the TV series and shit. I'm thinking, all right, you know, I really don't got nothing to lose. I'm in a whole different city and went broke in 3 days. New York, you go broke quick. I'm like, I got $100. Nah, that bread was gone. So get the TV show, get the job. Now I'm doing a TV show. I'm acting on the show, and I'm like getting happy again. I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually good. Like, all right. So then I'm on a TV show. I show the whole cast my music. They're like, you could be on tour. And then I just start shooting my shot at different different venues. And the album had been out a year after. I'm like, damn, the album, like all this shit going on. You know, everything crumbled. When the album dropped, I'm like, damn, the album's popping off. I'm getting this love, but everything went silent. I was like, oh shit, the album, damn. So, you know, I made this album in it's like dark times called Aurora, and it was like I used this album as like the light of my light darkness. So it's like it's based off of the Aurora is lights, like lights that you can't control, but it's in the most pitch black dark. So it just should just be glowing. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt like the music that I was making was. I'm like, I got these songs, but I can't even do nothing with it. So let me just put it in the album. Put the album out, raise some money from the album, and that's what got me to New York. And then we go from New York, lost the gig, get on the TV show. Then I get a call, yo, you want to come do a show at SOBs? Now, SOBs is like one of the premier joints in New York. And I'm like, y'all joking, right? They like, nah, we've been following you. I'm going all around New York hustling. This is how I'm going to show you how you finesse New York, real shit. And I hope all the Philly artists see this. You know, you too, everywhere. Look, don't be afraid of that shit. You got to come in there confident. Come in there like you are a star. Come in there like, look, he good, but I'm great. Right. And it's no like shade or like competition or anything, but it kind of comes down to like what you want, and don't let nobody else stop you. Cause I'm like this guy not from New York, and I just would go around networking, calm. All right, y'all want to battle it out for who better than me? I'm gonna walk out with 50 fans out of here tonight, not do a song. I came to your show. I'm gonna walk out of here with 50 fans, and then they just. 1 venue, 2 venues, 3 venues, parties. I'll be like, yo, I'm Biv, such and such. Just follow me on the gram. I'll follow you back. And then they like, yo, you make music? Didn't even hit them with it. Didn't even hit people like I rap and shit.
Right.
Connect. You connect with people on the one-to-one. Word of mouth is the key.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I get the show at SOBs. We damn near sold the bitch out. And I could have cried. Because I'm like, damn, I can't get a show at Voltage. If you know Voltage is a spot that like it's like a beginning spot here in Philly. It ain't like Fillmore. Yeah. They wasn't calling me, so I'm like, I'm here in New York with this SOB joint. So
how many people on this? Like, what was this show? Like, what was that SOB? What was the show?
It was, to be honest, it was the first one I did 2. The first one was a showcase, John, and I had to sell like 20 tickets. Okay. And then it was like, you sell 20 tickets, you perform. Second time around, it's like you headlining this joint. I was like,
yeah. How many people really go that time?
It was about like 400, 500 people in like a month. Just me on the concert.
Just you on the bill?
Just me on the concert.
That's fire. Congrats.
Just me on the concert. A couple homies, had a couple homies opened up. And it was like my birthday, you know, like some shit like that. That shit was like, I ain't drinking nothing to the end of the night. Don't give me no weed, no nothing. I ain't drinking. I'm just high. I'm just high off life right now. Like, cause this is something that like a year ago I didn't see. And now my next step was, all right, boom, we did this. Now we got to take this shit on the road. Cause if I could do it here, I could do it anywhere. And I want to tell a lot of artists that it's like, Philly is cool, but it's 50 states and it's a gazillion countries. You know, I had signed a contract before COVID to do 30 countries overseas, just little small concerts. And the check was nice, but they pulled that shit because it's like, the COVID. Right. It's a much, but I wasn't thinking that. I'm thinking I'm going to pop off in Philly first. You know, I had to go out. I went out to New York, saw that. We in Charlotte selling out a show. It's just me.
Shit.
Just me and a guitar player. Like, no band. Just me, a guitar player.
And what do you attribute to that? Is it I know you say you was talking about your one-on-one type of direct connected
Oh
in
yeah.
New York. But as you think, was that like word of mouth, and then that spread to just on maybe social medias or whatever? Or how do you feel?
Yeah, then it started to spread on the social media to like show bookers. So like the way we looking for like the next artist, the show bookers is looking for who gonna sell tickets. Because if you could sell tickets, they don't, they constantly looking for the next show that they can promote. So then I'm getting calls like, come to Charlotte, come to Atlanta. We get to Atlanta, it was a So Far show. We get to Atlanta, they're like, it's sold out. I'm like, all right, bet, sold out. There's no mic. I'm like, no mic. We go to sound check. They like, there's no mic tonight, bitch. Like, y'all got an amp or anything? Y'all got a mic? I said,
y'all got a mic. Like,
so, we in a coffee shop. I'm like, all right, shout out to Larry. Larry, my guitar player. I'm like, all right, Larry, we about to just do the set. We're gonna do the set, and we're gonna get everybody in here to sing songs so that they finish it with us. So that's what I did. Just like how that one person, it starts with one. You get one person say just one line, the whole hook. Then 50 you do it. I'm the testament. 50 you do it. Then it's like that domino effects. To survive on the road, you have to sell merch because that is money. That is extra money. So we got boxes.
Something about people just, if they have a good impression of you, them seeing the product right there will make them more inclined to, I got $20,
And I was so blind to that for like all this time, like for years before. I'm like, well, shit, nobody buy my shit. Like, will somebody buy my shit? Like, but like when you just did this, you told them the story, you did the songs, you got them interacting. That's a big thing. Whenever I do a concert, think of a song that you could close out and had a fan sing with you, because they singing it with you. They're not thinking of you not being a Kendrick Lamar or nobody. They like, well, shit, I'm part of the concert. This dude is like, he got me singing. Who makes me sing?
Right.
So then I got people, I'm looking at couples. I walk out in the crowd. I got couples now, grown, like old country couples. Here go the mic, man. You guys sing the hook. Sing the hook. You ain't gonna let your wife down. So it's just like everybody was a part of it. And then once it was time to sell the merch at the end of the night, 1-to-1, like people lining up at my table. I'm talking to them, like 1-to-1, talking to them. Sold all my merch. That's how we paid for the tour. That's how we paid for it. And
it's right there.
It's really, things are a lot simpler if we strip it down and connect. Like word of mouth, connect. Because the internet is deceiving. The internet will have us like, if you do these, if you throw up your merch, it's like, who gonna see it? Like, but if you put it in front of my face, you tell me what the story is, how I connect to it. Who is this? Why should I wear this? So when I'm out and about and I say, this is a Rel shirt, he been through this. This artist, you have to check him out.
Right.
You are a product. You putting it in it, and that's where it's like, all right, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I don't have millions yet. Is it coming? My thing is to give back. I want to put my community on and, really work on this scene here. Like the kids who don't have a chance like I did, the kids who that can't play an instrument because they don't have a band program. I want to come into some of these schools here in Philly. We're going to do programs with the instruments and then say, all right, you learn how to play piano, play this melody. If you want to rap or sing or anything, you could write songs. Because there's so many jobs that I've gotten and stayed that's helped me from going homeless, from just, all right, I'll play at your church. All right, I'll play on the singer that I don't know, but I'll play horn on it. Like, it's a lot of jobs that you could just stay for.
That's actually something I always that I plan to do in the future, where there's basketball courts everywhere, rec centers everywhere, but I always felt that I've been showing shit before where like I want to do a YMCA for the arts in the future, whatever. Whereas like just have like something where it's like this hub of a building where it can be used as an after-school program or whatever.
Yeah.
So whenever you go there, almost any day, you can learn a new craft or a new art form, whether it's tap dance, musicianship, learning lights, engineering, rapping, singing, playing an instrument, fucking anything that's artistic, you can learn it in this place, whatever. And there'll be more people that, and not, who knows, everybody not gonna be fucking John Legend. Everybody not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. But even having that outlet can lead to somewhere else, or it could just be good for your brain and like your peace of mind. A lot of people just need outlets just to just occupy their mind and shit like that. Yeah, like it's just helpful for the brain and shit like But I appreciate both those stories. I appreciate that from you guys for sharing.
Hey, man, bro, I can't wait to hear your music, bro. After this, I'm going to check you out, man. I got the headphones right here, bro. I'm going to send you my shit, too, bro. I think it's only right. We might as well cook something up or something. I don't know, but I'm going to check it out.
Let's do it, bro. You already know.
I love connections. But, fuck all that serious shit, though. So, on the side note, who would y'all say is badder, Kim or Kylie? I've been seeing some debates.
Are you serious, Q? Can you give some chocolate comparisons, man? Can you give some chocolate comparisons?
No, before we get to the chocolate.
And Rihanna.
Before we get to the chocolate, we got to worry about the vanilla. Because
Okay.
Yeah. No. We're not implying here that I would ever think the white girls are fucking with me.
I'm fucking with you.
I ain't that nigga. I'm blackity black. But
fucking with you too.
But,
fucking with you.
Yeah. So what team of defense y'all sign with? The young Joan or the old head seasoned veteran, the hard nosed vet that set the tone for the whole nation.
Veteran.
The veteran. Still got
OG.
it. What you say, Rob?
OG.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I've been saying the veteran for a while. But really, I was like, in the WAP video, I was like, wait a minute.
Almost got me too, but nah.
Almost got me too.
Almost. I said, damn.
I was like, whoa, wait, it's a dialogue to be had here. Like, but that was all though. Yeah, but other than that though, that's why I stood out to me, because I don't be paying attention to them. That was the first time I seen that girl like a long ass time. I'm like, God damn, like, shout out to her surgeon. Like this is ridiculous.
I mean, you see the whole fam, so I mean, yeah.
Facts.
The surgeon been busy.
Shout out to him. Busy. He deserves a Pulitzer. But have y'all heard about the No ID publishing deal?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
So, give you a little back summary. No ID, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, Biv, but he sold all the rights to all his publishing and royalties to the same company that paid, I think, $25 million to have only 75% of the dream. So they grabbing a lot of publishing and shit like that, a lot of publishing history. Yeah. So to me, if you pay, I'm gonna ask what y'all think about this. If you paid $25 million for only 75% of the dreams, what do y'all think ballpark you think they gave No ID for 100%? And would you think it'll be like? Would you think No IDs would be more viable than the dream?
Yeah.
You would? Okay. My man, I actually thought the dream at first. I thought the dream just had more hits, but he's like, no, but the dream more of a songwriter and producer. So that would be like, it would like outweigh it a little bit more. Oh, okay, that's an interesting point.
No ID, he on so much shit. Like he on so much shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nobody to quantify with like what that man is his catalog is worth for real.
No, not what's worth, but I guess I was just thinking about if he got 25, and then also the core of the whole thing in my brain is why would you do it? So of course I don't know what it's like to be off.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure that out too, because over time it would generate like he owns so many like
exactly. I'm like, why he wanted to dream first day? I'm like, why would the dream do that? Like, granted, he only did 75% of it, so at least you would keep something, but you got a bag for it, I guess.
I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
Yeah,
it's got to be something else in the paperwork that we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes that more lucrative.
So right now, of course, we can't really imagine the opportunity, but can you ever see yourself just selling your life's work and value?
Nope.
Nah. Yeah. I'm a student of Prince. Won't believe that. Won't believe in that.
Me too, bro. Me too. Nipsey would never.
Right. Nipsey would never. Long live Nip.
Right.
Happy birthday, Nip. It's Nip's birthday
today. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
What's your favorite track on Victory Lap?
Oh my God, Hustle and Motivate. That's off top. That's off rip.
Niggas love Hustle and Motivate, man.
Nigga, that's the one. That's the one. That's the shit. That's every day listening to that one.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. That's my least favorite song on the album.
Ooh,
that's cap. You ain't even say that with a straight face. That's big fucking cap.
No, I'm dead. I'm only laughing because everybody else called me crazy for it. But that's really my least favorite song though. Like, it ain't no bad songs on there, but that definitely
it's not. I mean, It's that and rap niggas.
Oh, oof.
Rap
Different.
niggas, and double up. I say double up.
Mine is the intro. To me, the intro is one of the best rap songs I ever heard.
Okay.
Like
I'm not mad at that.
From the first note that the girl sings to every line he says, like it's just a beautiful, amazing song, and it's the intro. So I just personally love intros. Intros and outros always do it for me. Like you got to set and end at the right tone. The fact that he started this album now, I'm like, wow, this shit was really meant to be.
Legend, you know.
Yeah, and then for it to follow over that beat, that whole first run, that rap niggas. Last time I checked,
that's what I'm saying.
Asian young nigga, I was, this thing on some super shit, like.
Bro, we don't even gotta wait 10 years. That shit a classic already. Like,
that's definitely a classic.
And I like shout out to 1500 or nothing. You know, like that's what they're doing with Roddy. Like 1500 or nothing. That like
they did do Roddy, right? Yeah.
Man, like they worked on that album. I was looking at clips.
I never even thought about the connection of that Nipsey and Roddy had. That's why he would get 15 after. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Like, whoo. And they did Roddy's album. They did Roddy's album. So it's just like they worked, but like that Nipsey album, like looking back, he's working out like 10 years.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Like when the film wasn't even right. You know somebody been working on something when the camera looked like the film when they first making the beat. You're like, damn, this 09?
Right.
I remember thinking, because I'll never forget when I first listened to Nipsey, my man, probably back on Facebook days, probably. Yeah, maybe Twitter. But my man, he had posted The Marathon Continues. And I've been hearing about him for a while. I was like, let me listen to this shit. What the fuck? He said something like super gassy about it. I'm like, nigga talking crazy. I don't listen to this shit was about. And I was like, oh shit, this is fire. And me, I'm a super obsessive person. So whenever I hear something I like, I gotta hear everything after that.
Right.
I heard that, then I heard The Marathon, then I heard Bullets volumes, all that shit, whatever. And I was like, wow, this is different. But then, so by the time Crenshaw came out next, I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah. I just been a fan. And to me, he one of my favorite rappers ever. Cause I'm also a catalog guy. Like, I need projects for me to really love a rapper or love an artist. So he got about 8 projects, like outside of Victory Lap, that I think are all good at least, or whatever. So it's always like, it is what it is, whatever.
Crenshaw is when I became a fan. Or wait, Crenshaw and Mailbox Money came out first. It was Crenshaw, right? Yeah, Crenshaw is when I became a fan.
Yeah, Crenshaw, that's a classic to me too. Like, you know, underground class, or it's a classic in general, cause just for the $100 thing alone. So I call it a classic.
Man, I ain't even gonna cap. I was late on Nip.
It's cool.
I was late on Nip, and I beat myself up on it sometimes because I'd be like, damn, like this dude is just like way ahead of his way ahead in terms of like that ownership. Talking about ownership, that's something that when we talk about the community and we talk about how we gonna move forward, when we start to take ownership,
that's when it goes.
If every single one of our every one of our favorite artists, every one of our favorite celebrities, if they start saying, I'm not working for the NBA, I'm gonna have my own league, I'm gonna have my own, like, oh my goodness, that ownership is dangerous, man, and we need that. Is really huge. It's huge.
Right. So how would y'all say y'all are after a breakup typically? Like, are y'all the type to like try to be like right? Because a lot of people, they jump from relationships to relationships. Some people like to beat themselves. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and she actually got out of like her baby dad, like they broke up, whatever. So she was like, at first she was trying to date and get back active. Then she was like, no, I think I do need to be by myself and just get myself together because I'm just not into it. Whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, just relax. Like, but some people, you know, they just be fucking everything. They just be in a whole bag and just be on some shit. Like, and I respect it. Like, I think that's more so, like, on the end of the spectrum that I would fall on. Like, I'm just be on some super shit. Like, so, like, what do y'all think?
Well, I'm going to just say I can't even actually say much. I'm still in my first and only relationship, to be honest with you. It's long distance right now. But
I'm only on 2, so I respect it.
I respect that a lot, bro.
Appreciate that
a lot. My yeah, we done been through some shit. My first relationship, I feel like I just, I had just got, it's like, it's kind of bad, but like when sex is so like it's so conveniently like all the time. Cause like I was at an age where like I wasn't really fucking girls until like I lost my virginity. I was like 18. Mm-hmm. So like coming into like a serious relationship and it's like, oh, we're doing this all the time. Like you doing this all the time, all the time. I'm cool with this all the time, anywhere, any place. This is lit. I was wild. Yeah, I was wild. But I think that when the way it ended, it was just like I didn't really know myself. I didn't know what I was looking for. Like when it ended, I didn't know myself. So like when I'm asking the questions, well, what was I looking for? I'm like, I don't really know what I was looking for. Now it's like I was 18, I'm about to be 24. So I think that no, was I 20? I think I was 20 when that happened. So now it's like I'm really big on what I'm looking for and what I want, because I feel like there's no point in me rushing it.
It never is. It never is.
There's no point in rushing it. There's no point in rebounding it and diving into somebody else's like energy that you don't even know. Because then the worst thing that can happen after you just dive in somebody's energy, you get that backlash of all this like, oh, whoa, I thought you was one way.
Right.
I was actually having a conversation today with a guy. He's talking all this shit that he done did with his girl, bunch of just fucked up shit. Like, like I can't even lie. I was ready to be on my niggas ain't shit bag. I'm like, damn, niggas really be drawing. Like, damn, you really be wilding. Just relax.
Niggas do be drawing, yo.
This the thing. Everybody, men and women do dirt. Men and women be trash. But I feel like when a man is really in some trash bag, niggas go do some other type of shit. It's like, really, you had to fuck her mom? Like, you just had to do that. Like, it's like, that's what we do. Like, I know someone that fucked his girl, like, he fucked like 6 of her friends. It's like, why would you do this? It's like, women don't really move like that. It's like, they move like that if it's an intentional thing. Like, I really want to hurt you, so I'm going to do something out of pocket. Niggas be like, why you do that? You're like, I don't know. I just did it. So
a man revenge is different. A man revenge is sad. We gotta change this. It's like, shorty cheat on you. Don't do her mom. Why you do her mom? It's like,
that's the thing. It don't even be revenge though. A lot of niggas be doing that just because they was bored. It's like the mom threw it at me, so I'm like, I know they beefing, but I just did it. It's like, dog, that could have been threw it at me. That could have been the one pass you did. Like you could have but So anyway, when I was talking to him though, I was saying like I feel the reason why a lot of men, I'll speak on as men, that I feel niggas be doing fucked up shit, whatever, is because they was never ready for their relationship. Like the foundation wasn't laid. So like even he used the boys talk, he like, no, I was fucking a bunch of girls and she was kind of like the one that was like the last man standing. But then we were just messing with each other. And then eventually, she just was my girl. I'm like, oh nigga, that shouldn't have been your girl. Y'all should have just dated until it died out. But like if it ain't like an intentional act, y'all probably shouldn't be, because you don't really want to be there. It's not no real investment. That's how people act out and do shit, because it's not real sturdy, not no foundation, not no base. Y'all just be around each other. Oh, we girlfriend and boyfriend. No, you're not. Like, y'all should.
No, you're not. Yeah.
That's okay. Different. Everybody need to have these expectations and boundaries, because that's how things get confused and conflated, and harm is done unnecessarily, I believe.
Bro, I don't understand why niggas don't know how to handle themselves around women for real.
That's yep. Let's talk about
heavy. Let's go.
Bro, it's just, just listening to what you were saying, it's just like, and then just thinking about like what I observed and shit like that, like what I see, like a lot of niggas was never prepared for pussy in general. Like if I'm being
super fat,
not at all.
Oh, bro. But it's like
prepared for pussy.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared.
Bro, all right, listen. Cause it's a very, and I was schooled to this young, like way before I ever like did anything with a girl. Mm-hmm. My Uncle Jeff was telling me like the first time you feel pussy he ain't say like this, but the way he was saying is the first time you feel pussy, like the first time you have sex, that's a feeling that you think you're ready for, but you're not gonna know what it is until you feel it. And then when you feel it, that's when you're gonna have to deal with. Now you know what it is now. So now you know what's going on for real. And a lot of niggas go haywire after that shit. To be honest with you,
for sure.
that shit just like fucks.
Man,
that shit fucks a nigga's brains worse than like fucking heroin or some shit, bro. That shit's crazy.
It's terrible.
It's a vice. Yeah.
It's terrible how like a lot of these guys like, you know, would do anything for some pussy. Like do anything. Like would do anything, say anything, you know. It's terrible. Like you cowards, you know, and
you just have no discipline. Like lack of discipline isn't like a good thing, like in general.
Lack of discipline is weakness. It's like if you have no discipline, no composure, like you shouldn't even be around. It's sad. You shouldn't even be around females if you're gonna be acting like that. Like you're not ready to be around other females if you
niggas shouldn't be allowed outside, bro. Niggas shouldn't be allowed.
Should not be allowed outside. You nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, and I think about that. I used to think about that a lot because, like I said, I was a horny ass young boy. Like I remember when I saw Belly. That shit changed my life. I was like, oh yeah,
Belly. Woo! That was that shit.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, yeah, I need to be doing this. Like I need to be fucking like now. Like I was thinking about fucking in elementary school, like middle school. I was a nigga like, and again, I've grown to understand why this is bad. But I was thinking, saying, yo, I want a teacher to fuck me. Like, I want to be into so like, yeah, like, I want to tell my mom, like, I'm with the shits. Like, but so I think because I had my mind already there, I think, at least for me personally, I think for me, it worked where because I was already thinking about it a lot, once I was active, I never let pussy run me. It never was that big of a deal. Like, I never been a nigga just reckless with my dick and just doing anything. Is like it never moved me like to just be super pressed. I always just felt like I agree, weakness, weird. Like so I think it's because I was always like back then I was trying to do it. So by the time I got older, I'm like, no, that's okay. Just relax. Like, you know, there's more to life and shit like that, whatever. Yeah. And also it'd be insecurity. A lot of people they can't sit with themselves. A lot of men, you know, also they don't respect themselves. They definitely don't respect women, and then just filtered out in a lot of different ways, whatever.
We don't. This kind of goes to what you were saying and what Viv was saying. It's like we don't teach decorum and composure. Like we don't teach men to have composure and decorum amongst women. Like we really don't. Like catcalling is taught. Like that shit is legitimately taught, like on the block type shit. Like yo, you see her, like yo, like you taught to do that type shit. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like there's a lot of
the Europe should be expired. You should not like you wild motherfuckers. There's still European shorties in the club down the street. Why you Europeing her?
Yeah, Biv, I'm gonna let you finish, bro. But Biv know this from Philly. The last time I've been to South Street, like on like a regular like summer hot day, was like 4 years ago. So now like I'm never coming down here ever again because it was just a lion's den of just savagery. Like I was seeing women walk through crowds, just a bunch. Hey, yo, come here, stop, yo, you're this and that. I'm like
touching them and shit. Don't know. Women are not objects.
It's just, I'm like, yo, I'm not coming here anymore. Like, by the time she even get to me, she fucking got molested damn near walking through this sidewalk. Like, I'm like, this shit different. Like, y'all niggas different out there.
That shit is too different.
Yeah, but bro, I don't know. I don't want you to lose your point though that you were saying.
No, I mean, it's just shit that we gotta unlearn. The shit that we gotta start. Like, it's better shit and better ways of living that we gotta start teaching within our community. Like you have to know to keep your hands to yourself first of all. That's top of the line rule number one.
Number one rule. That's a good number one rule. Yeah.
Keep your hands to your fucking self and shut the fuck up when you see somebody that you don't know. Like you don't gotta yerp everybody. You don't gotta yell at females when you see them. Like, I mean, why is it? I don't understand why nobody teaches like you approach women like you just.
My grandfather taught me. Hello.
You start conversations like shit is crazy, bro. Shit is fucking weird.
Exactly, and it's like communication. Like people don't know how to communicate anymore. Like people, like you don't know how to walk up to a woman. Like you don't know how to walk up to a woman and speak to her. It's like it's damn, it's shooting a shot. Damn, that's you. This is how you coming up to her. This is what you gonna do.
It's crazy. I was just actually talking to my mom about this. I kind of realized something about my generation. Like, it kind of fucked me up when I realized it, but I feel like it's kind of true. Like, a lot of us, the way we learned social interaction was in school, which is a fucked up way to learn social interaction, but then also through social media, which is an even more fucked up way to learn social
made
interaction.
everything worse and good at the same time. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's all, because at the same time I say that, like, we look at social media as a weird fucked up thing, even within our own generation. But you got to look at how our childhood was like sped the fuck up, like accelerated like crazy, mostly because of technology. So it's like we trying to figure out hormones, we trying to figure out personal shit, we trying to figure out like our life goals and shit like that, and then we still working our ways around like ever expanding and ever growing society. Like, shit is just advancing and shit like that. It's just, I mean, it's a lot to take in, but I think the way that we've been going about shit is wrong. And I think we need to just pause, reassess, and then go forward in a new direction type shit. But
I like it.
It's all about communication, like they've been saying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Lastly, real quick, before I do some other last thing, do y'all like the Drake song?
Yes, bro, that's my shit right now.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I fuck with it. And I actually like I went through like 3 or 4 different stages. First time I heard it at midnight, I'm like, it's a good song. I like it, whatever. Second time I heard it the next morning in a car, I was like, oh no, this don't fire.
Yeah, nah, that's.
And then I watched the video.
Yeah.
I got in the car and I was like, this is fire.
Yeah,
like,
that's the one.
Yeah. And
I think this is the best joint I heard in a little minute.
Hot take. I'm about to say, I feel it's gonna be the song of the year. Mainly also because I think Drake intentionally did all that Nike shit. I think it's gonna be in every NBA commercial during all the games, playoff. Like, that shit gonna just be it's gonna get pushed to be number one the whole year. And I just feel like you said, like, it ain't really been that many songs better than that to me. Like, it's just catchy. Like, but it's not catchy in a corny way. Like, the beat hard. Right. Like, Dirk did his thing on it. Like, it was a really good song. Like,
Dirk spazzed in a little time that they gave him.
Yeah, like, it was like a really good. Even the first time I heard Dirk, I'm like, Dirk wasn't needed. And I'm like, no, Dirk really killed this shit. Like, I gotta give it to him.
And the way he came in on the cadence, like, he just came in. He was like, I'm in the back. Like, he came right in. He came right in and he got straight in. He's like he's notable. He was quotable too.
Yeah,
that was smart for him to do. He's on a Drake song with a quotable lines.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great point because he came in right. He met Drake energy, but then made it his own. Had his own quotable, short and sweet and effective. Great verse. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he about to drop a classic for real.
Who?
Dirk?
No, Dirk definitely about to drop a classic. But Drake, I think Drake about to drop a classic.
Interesting.
I agree to that.
I actually think I ain't gonna say that, but I've been waiting for it though. Like, I feel, me personally, I know a lot of people don't, but I like Scorpion. I thought it was good overall. It had some misses on there, but I thought it was a good joint overall. I respected it.
Fuck with it, yeah.
But I think he keeps trying to run the tables with these long albums and like trying to make Take Care but different because Take Care was so long. At that time, it was appreciated. It was like, look at that 20 songs. He ain't missed damn near. This is crazy. But I think he be trying to do that. But I think if he should make a more concise, like nothing was the same type of album. I think
that's what this is about to be.
It would be way more appreciated. It's going to just hit hard as shit. If he give us just 13, 14 strong ass tracks and no misses, like, I think he could probably have another classic on his hands. Like, right now,
I give him a hot take.
All right, let's go.
I hate Nothing Was the Same.
Whoa, come on, bro. That joint was a classic, man. Tracks 1 through 7 just.
Tuscan Leather.
Bro, all right. So obviously you can't get. I'll never knock the first 2 songs on that. Tuscan Leather and Furthest Thing. I give that. He shot 2 for 2, 100% on that shit.
All right, bet.
All right, I gotta start it from the bottom. I hated that shit when it first came out, but I'll give it to you.
You can't fight the L. Yeah, don't fight.
Okay.
After that, I immediately stopped fucking with that album. I can't
Love
even.
Language. No.
Me personally, I didn't like Wu-Tang.
But that's not number 4. I hate Wu-Tang Forever. I hate Own It. Fuck both of those.
Pound Cake.
I hate Pound Cake, bro.
Woo!
I can't even lie to you. I hate Pound Cake.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie. You're not the first person I heard say that, but I like Pound Cake.
I like Pound Cake.
But worst behavior and from time?
Worse.
What's actually crazy is I feel like Pound Cake would have been better without the whole verse.
A lot of people I've heard say I'm like Hove on it. I've heard that before, yeah.
Like if Drake just rapped the whole way through on it, because that's his pocket.
That's his niche. Yeah.
If he had just and it was the last track. Like if he had just went all the way through, because you starting it with Tuscan Leather and then you ended it with Pound Cake where you just going off, that would have been crazy. But
I'm with you. I hear you. I'm good with whole verse, but I think they're trying to make too much. Not too much.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah, he tripping. Look at the track list. He tripping, right? Yeah.
From time. From time.
Yeah. All right. Wait. All right. Ring off the track list.
I got you. Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing, Start from the Bottom. Wu-Tang, Own It. I'm with you. I don't like those two songs.
I hate those. Yeah, get those out of here.
Worst behavior. I'm not rolling.
Okay.
I'm not rolling worst behavior either.
I'll give y'all worst behavior. I didn't like it when it first came out, but I'll give y'all worst. I still kind of skipped that shit.
That wasn't my favorite.
I'll give y'all worst behavior.
No, I'm not rolling with the disrespect. I like worst, but all right, cool. From Tom is a good song. Janae Aiko, John?
Janae Aiko.
Yeah. I mean, I like the it's fucked up. I like the July joint that they did better, but it's whatever.
Oh no, that's a good song.
From time is cool. From time is cool.
Hold on. I ain't listened to that song in years. So
it's great. When that was a single, that was my shit. As soon as he put that shit on that album, I was like, this don't fit. Like, this ain't it. This ain't the nah.
Okay.
Well, that I never liked Connect. I never liked that either.
That's a good joint.
I never liked that.
Nope.
Got 305 to My City and Language. I like both of those. They both fire.
305 to My City is probably the worst song on the album.
305 to My City. I get it. Woo!
That's the worst. Fire. Like,
bro, nah, look at the track. No, be for real. 305 to My City, that's probably like objectively, that's probably the worst song on the album.
It's really not though. Like,
look at what you was bringing. Look at what you was. Oh no, because you said you don't like Own It and
like
Wu-Tang.
The beginning and said fuck that.
I'm like Own It, Wu-Tang, or Connect at all.
Nah, who's featured on 305 to My City? That's what really fucked it up.
Detail, the bull, yeah.
I mean,
shit. Then you got Too Much. Too Much?
It's cool.
Damn.
It's cool.
I give you another hot take though. It's a classic. I give respect where it's due, but I never really loved So Far Gone at all. Like it never moved me. But it's a classic though.
Now you bugging.
I'm not the biggest fan of So Far Gone either. I'm gonna have to rock with Q on that. I'm not the biggest fan of So Far.
It never moved. Like back during the blog era when all them tapes were dropping, I got so many tapes over So Far Gone, but so I think that's the best mixtape ever. I'm like, hell no. Like,
nah.
Hell no. That joint might not be in my top 10 mixtapes, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, nigga, nah.
That's cool though. It's cool. We got different. It's cool to learn different tastes. You know, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So I don't see how y'all ain't fucking with So Far Gone.
It's good. But
nothing was the same. Nothing was the same. Is like, I just personally didn't like that shit because what fucked me up was he dropped Take Care, which I thought that shit was fire. But niggas try to tell me like that shit is like, niggas try to tell me it's mid now. Like that shit ain't good now.
That's a classic.
But when Nothing Was the Same dropped, I really thought that nigga was about to drop like 13 tracks of him just barring niggas out. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really that. Like nigga, it was like the whole thing is a vibe. But I guess at the time it wasn't my vibe. I wasn't fucking with the wave at that time.
I'm with you also on a note that I think that was the time when people realized that Drake is not going to be what you want him to be. Like I think, like you said, like me, I was a nigga saying I was never like I didn't become like a real big Drake fan till If You're Reading It's Too Late, whatever. So, right. So I think I was when they like this nigga really not going to just like he start with Tuscan Leather and he got songs like 5 a.m. in Toronto, but he's not gonna stay on that vibe. He always got the other shit. But I think Nothing the Same where he doubled down like, no, nigga, I'm always gonna do a lot of shit at once and just take for everything, whatever. But let's get. I'm gonna go into these speed run questions though, so we get out of here.
All right.
When I ask y'all, first thing come to your mind. If you can master one skill you don't have right now, what would it be?
If I could do what?
Master one skill you don't have right now, what would it be?
I need to be able to sing and play the piano together.
Okay, John Legend.
Yeah.
Tyrel
But I
Legend.
mean, like, nah, that's just like I've always respected people that can sing for real though. I don't know, like I just always respected people that can sing.
Mm. How about you, Biff?
Mine probably gonna be um like I always wanted to learn how to do like the stage production, like lights, props, and like all that shit. Like I always gotta think for that.
Right.
Would you rather discover something great and share it, or evil and prevent it?
Great.
Great and sharing.
Okay. Um, who do you consider the most important person in your life, and how can you go about improving the relationship?
My mom. Improving the relationship. I don't know. I think we're pretty tight right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I say my mom's. Yeah, she helped me get through a lot. Yeah.
If you had to choose free unlimited service for 5 years from one of these services, which would you pick? Chauffeur, cook, masseuse, housekeeper, or secretary?
Shit.
Masseuse,
Masseuse,
cook,
masseuse is underrated.
It's definitely.
masseuse, cook, and what? And
Oh, I'm sorry. You asking me? Oh, masseuse, housekeeper, cook, secretary, chauffeur.
pick one.
Yeah.
Masseuse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either masseuse or chauffeur for me. I hate driving.
Oh man,
I'm that guy. I'm the guy these days. Yeah. Uh, what's the number one place in the world you want to visit that you haven't been yet?
Africa.
Any particular country?
I'd say Ghana.
First time answer.
Ooh. Okay, so technically I have been to Jamaica, but not for real. So I'm gonna say Jamaica.
What is your life motto or philosophy you live by?
Life motto or philosophy.
By the way, my African girlfriend who's bougie, she out here trying to start Africa beef. You know, she's Senegalese and Egyptian. She's like Ghana's trash. I'm like, wow. The self-hate
I want to
leaked
go to
out.
Senegal too.
The self-hate, like shit, hate.
Yeah, that's crazy self-hate. We can't lie.
Fucking ghetto ass. But yeah, philosophy or what did I say? Philosophy or motto you live by, if anything.
Shit. I don't know. Just do the work. That's all I really think about. Is like just doing the work, taking it day by day.
That reminds me when I had an epiphany one day about the Nike Just Do It. I'm like, those are like that's the greatest slogan of all time.
It really, bro, it really is. They really won with that one.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, hit me on. I'm just like, yo, literally, just do it. Like it's like, you can apply it to anything. You won't
everything.
Like, yeah, you got any?
Yeah, I would say damn. I say
Right.
fail. I would say fail to prosper. You know, don't be afraid to fail. Use your failure as a motivation to push you forward. Yeah.
I like it.
That's a big motivation for me.
World peace or inner peace?
World peace.
Definitely world peace.
Okay. If you had $1 billion, what would be the first luxurious thing you buy?
Oh. Okay, so this actually doesn't necessarily apply to me buying it for myself, but I think
Need to be for yourself.
Nah. Well, I mean, it's for my happiness. It's for my.
Well, you bugging, man.
Yeah,
it's luxurious, but it's not really for me.
What is it? What is it?
So if I'm a billionaire, what I'm really trying to do for real, I want other kids from like Black communities to travel and experience the world. So I'm trying to set up a program to let niggas like fucking go to Europe, like right after high school, like take a trip. Cause I read something a while ago, like niggas in Europe used to do shit like that. Like they finish their formal education and then they take a trip around the world just so they can become more civilized and more like fucking like aware of the world around them. I feel like Black people need that, especially Black Americans. Like, we don't get to see shit past.
Bro, I totally agree with you. This is great. However, I need you to flex on these niggas though. Like, what is the luxurious thing you're buying for yourself? This is all great.
Nigga, I don't give. All right, bro.
There we go. Come on.
He said, "Ooh, he about to have a good John."
If I'm you know what? If I'm a billionaire, we bringing the jetpacks out.
Oh, I like it. See, I like it. That's the first time answer. I like it.
We're bringing the jetpack straight out.
And that's fire. Now I want to get a jetpack. That's fire. How about you, Biff?
I'm buying an island.
Fire. I like it.
God damn, why didn't I say that shit?
I'm buying an island. I'm buying an island.
Jetpack, nigga.
Well, yeah,
the jetpack is good, John, but shit. Come to my island, you might see some shit.
Right, I'm gonna come to your island on my jetpack. That's how I'm gonna do it.
It's lit. It's lit. Yeah.
Favorite curse word.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Oh man.
If you could visit any time period, whether future or past, what would it be?
I want to see what the 2050s is like.
Okay.
I do.
How about you, Ro?
I'm going back to ancient Egypt for real.
Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Really, that nigga.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Woo! Yeah, you just got a quote on that one, right on cue with that one. That's a quote on that, John.
That's like a freestyle, John, waiting to happen over a fight.
I would say, motivational, prideful, innovative.
Okay.
Young Nip.
Really that nigga. That's the one, yo. That's the one.
He like, I'm motivational, bro. What you said, really that nigga?
He had that one ready. That was a sharp one. That was sharp.
Appreciate it.
If you wrote a book about your life, what would it be called?
Oh shit. Damn. I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know what I would call that shit.
All right.
If I wrote a book about my life, I would call it The Kid from Guilford Road.
Okay. You got an rail you want to pass?
I mean, just out the cover, I guess I would steal from James Baldwin. I would call it The Fire this time.
Okay. Favorite album, favorite movie?
Favorite album. Favorite album is a toss-up between Thriller and Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
Favorite movie, shit. Let me think on that one for a little bit. Hold on.
All right, what you got to think, Biff?
Favorite album. Damn, that Thriller. Damn. I ain't gonna say Thriller. I'm gonna go with I gotta go with shit. Damn, I'm stuck for a second. Damn, you just pulled Thriller out. I can't. My shit can't be too far on.
I thought you were about to say something from Miles Davis for real.
No. Actually, that ain't my favorite album though. Like.
Oh, okay.
But Kind of Blue, his genre Kind of Blue. I was gonna say Midnight Marauder, Tribe Called Quest. I wouldn't be rapping without that album.
Okay.
And favorite movie, Coming to America.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
One of the most overrated movies of all time, but okay, I'm not mad at that.
You said what?
One of the most overrated movies of all time, but
you wildin', boy.
Wow. Yo, that's self-hatred. That's self-hate. That's real self-hate.
Overrated. You hear your mans?
That's self-hate.
Wow. And that's talking about from Africa coming to America. You sitting on the couch tonight, man.
My girlfriend was like, because you hate Africans. That's why I said that. This is why. it's a good movie, of course, but I hate when people say it's one of the funniest movies ever, and it's really not. So I just don't like that. That's what I say. It's not one of the funniest movies.
Okay, niggas don't gotta say it's one of the funniest ever, but that shit is hilarious. Dog.
That's a good ass movie.
It's the same way. It's the same way I feel about Illmatic, which is a good album. When niggas start saying it's the best album ever, now it's the most overrated album ever because it's nowhere near the best album ever. Like it's not. Like
oh, I mean, not from if we just like forget genres, like it's the best album ever. But in terms of rap,
even the best rap album, no, it was.
Oh no! It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
It was written is better than it. The next album is.
I don't agree with that.
Stillmatic better.
I don't agree with that.
Wow.
Hot take. No, it's the funny part. It's the funny part. Reasonable Doubt is better. Me Against the World is better. Life After Death is better. Ready to Die is better. Like it's like 8 Jay. First of all, almost every Jay-Z album is better than Alone. Like just like that alone.
Then Illmatic?
Yeah.
Bro, okay.
First of all,
okay.
Jay did make some Johns.
How is Dropout not better than Illmatic? We're not about to lie here. Like, come on now.
444 is in my top 10.
444 is easily better. Like, it's not even.
Yeah, 444 is in my top 5. 444. That album, man, it's like we haven't heard that. We have not heard. I haven't heard that. You know, talk about Story of OJ and Legacy. You know, Marcy Me, like
them first 2 tracks, Kill Jay-Z and Story of OJ, is different alone.
Ooh, to step outside of yourself and say, you know what, I'm full of shit.
You gonna tell me Good Kid, Mad City and Butterfly not better than Illmatic? You really gonna lie to my face? You gonna lie to me?
Okay. Okay.
You gonna lie to me though? That's what we do now.
Nigga pulling out the fucking bait gun, talking about. Nah, yo, listen. I can't let you slander Nas like that.
That's
I cannot let you slander Illmatic.
Nas one of my favorite rappers, but I think niggas just gassed that first time because it was a game changer, of course.
Niggas do, yes. Niggas do gas it up, but that's because it's like I said, 94 to 96 is the peak of the golden age. Anything that came out of that time, niggas is going gas regardless. But that's fucking Illmatic, my guy. Like, that shit.
What Illmatic was, first of all, Illmatic, like, before then, niggas did not get the best producers to work together and say, y'all all gonna work on my album. Niggas will work with one producer.
Of course.
This man brought all of like the GOATs.
Of course.
Like a dream team of producers. And this is his first album?
Of course.
Debut?
Just because
he was able to pull that off of one freestyle. He got that much respect off of one freestyle.
Because
that's why that album is like.
Just because
he did on it.
Just because Bill Russell did some shit first, don't mean he's still not ass in comparison to everybody else after him. Like, get Bill Russell Illmatic ass the fuck out of here. Like,
yo, we're not comparing Illmatic to Bill Russell, bro. Like,
you ain't about to do Bill Russell like that. Like, he ain't one of the GOATs. Like,
yeah.
This nigga got more rings.
Bill Russell ass. Like, if he was back then, like.
My guy is going crazy.
See, what Bill dunk on you, man? You bullshit, man.
He was Bob Cousy had one hand. I'm supposed to be impressed by his composition. You don't get the 60s the fuck out of here, like,
bro. I mean, we can't blame the man for the time that he played.
I know, but again, we got to be like, shit gets better. Some things get worse, but a lot of shit gets better.
That's facts. That's facts.
Real quick, Kawhi or Bron?
Bron.
Oh, I really thought you were about to say Kawhi. I'm with you though. I'm with you.
Yeah, Bron's still yeah, Bron is still he's just still better. Like, he and Kawhi, to me, Kawhi's such a nuanced thing is because nigga he low managed. Just like I don't even know how to even grade Kawhi because you don't like it's like I seen LeBron carry a whole team the entire season, like and do it 10 plus years. Like, Kawhi, you taking games off all the time. It's just weird to even compare him. I saw someone say if Kawhi win this year, he'll be top 5 all time. I'm just like,
not at all.
But he got 3 rings, 3 finals MVPs. I'm just like, that's cool, but I'm still not rolling. Nah.
Even if he win this year, I'm still not putting him over LeBron.
Hell no.
Kawhi or Giannis?
I would take Kawhi.
I would take Kawhi.
Yeah. Also though,
jump shot ain't there yet.
About this though, about your album real quick though. Favorite song off Thriller. Favorite song off what the other one you said? You said Midnight Marauders and something else, I think. Or yeah, favorite song
Midnight
Midnight Marauders. Yeah.
Go Thriller first.
Hold on, let me see.
And also, while you're doing that, someone gave me because you said Twisted Fantasy. Favorite song on Twisted Fantasy too. Someone recently told me that Twisted Fantasy is overrated and Yeezus is better than that, and I was like, wow.
Wow. Okay. Hold on.
Better than Thriller?
No, they said Twisted Fantasy is overrated, but Yeezus is better than Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, nah.
Hell no.
Know what they were
All right.
smoking.
Favorite song off of Thriller. I might actually go with Billie Jean.
Okay.
Favorite song off of Dark Twisted Fantasy. I might go because it changes all the time. But right now, I'm gonna probably go Devil in a New Dress.
Okay. I think I would go with Billie Jean is like probably my favorite Michael Jackson song ever.
Yeah.
And so that's good. That's a good answer. Lady in My Life is slept on though, the outro.
It is.
But Twisted Fantasy, I think I'm gonna go with So Appalled. Like So Appalled.
I'm not mad at that.
It's just different.
Is the Blame Game on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was cold.
I literally never heard someone say they didn't like the Blame Game until my friend who said this I'm overrated. I'm like, who skips Blame Game? Like that's like.
Nah. Okay, their opinion's invalid now.
Invalid.
But our favorite song of Midnight Marauders.
It's got to be Electric Relaxation. You can put that on any day, anytime from anybody. Miles Davis going into that route.
Mm-hmm.
So What is like, I need y'all to hear that after this. Like, So What?
Okay.
Oh, man. Like, that just shifted shit. Like, So What is one of those songs. Everybody should know that song. That song, every black man should know So What by Miles Davis.
But check it out. I'm putting it on my YouTube to watch list. If y'all could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, telekinesis.
I would say teleport.
Okay. If you found $10,000 right now, what would you do with it to the last dollar? Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry about that. If y'all found $10,000 right now, what would you do with it to the last dollar?
Save that shit. Save your fucking money.
Save it all? Okay.
It's a pandemic.
No. I mean, if I had 10, if I had 10,000 right now, I would put it to my promo run I'm about to go on.
Okay. That's a good investment. I like it. All the money or all the knowledge?
All the knowledge.
Yeah, all the knowledge. You could probably get all the money with all the knowledge.
All right.
There you go. Hey.
You
could really finesse some shit if you knew yo, that'd be crazy, yo.
If y'all ever seen 16 Blocks?
Nah.
Not important. So imagine yourself at a bus stop with a car in front of you, and the city's about to blow up, but the car can get you to safety. Only 2 people can get in the car. No more.
Oh shit.
No more than 2 people can get in the car. Nobody can be on the hood, the back of it, nothing. 2 people. You don't have to go though, but including you, only 2 people can go. You're at the bus stop. The love of your life is there. Your best friend who saved your life before, and a little kid you don't know.
Fuck them kids.
Oh shit, man. Y'all ain't go. Damn. Yeah, the kid gotta go. I'm sorry.
He going in the car or he staying there?
He gotta stay there, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So who going?
He gotta stay there.
No, okay, we understand you don't care about the kid, but who getting in the car though?
Oh, you saying if I don't go?
No, it's just only 2 people can get in the car to get to safety.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's between your best friend and your girl.
And the little kid you don't know, but you already say he X'd out. So, and again, you don't have to go if you don't want to go. If you choose not to. You
could just die.
You can die.
Nah, me and look. You know what I mean?
And it's not the end of the world. Just this city's blowing up. The world's going on.
Me and look. Biv single. Me and my best friend, we gonna have to get up out of there.
Okay. What you got, bro?
Shit. If I already said fuck them kids, oh shit. Nah. All right. If I said fuck them kids, I'm gonna have to make up for it so I can like have a peaceful afterlife. So I'm gonna let the homie and my girl go, and I'm gonna stay.
Wow, you bold.
He said you bold.
Should I love to live another day?
I just thought that was a question I wanted to ask. That was a fire question. Fuck, I just came up with it recently.
Yeah, all these joints is fire.
Thank you.
All these joints is fire. Yeah, all these questions is fire.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck it. Anyway, so what was the chapter? What would you call this chapter in your life? And then what was the last chapter you just left out? What would you call that one?
Shit. I would call the last chapter, I would call it Broke Times, Tough Spirit.
Okay.
And then I'll call this chapter I'll call this chapter Just Do It.
Okay. Biv?
I would call the last chapter The Leap. Next chapter would be...
No, give me your current chapter. Oh, okay. You said next. Gotcha. I'm sorry.
This chapter, yeah, I would call the last chapter The Leap.
Mm-hmm.
This one would be The Vision.
I like it. And actually, I just see the question. It kind of fucked the door. I don't like this being the last one, but fuck it. Good news or bad news first?
Oh, bad news first.
Bad news first.
Interesting. Yeah. So when I thought about that, I'm just like, that's to me it says something about your personality, what you prefer. And I don't know what it is, but I'm like hearing y'all both say bad news first. I'm trying to think if it was me. I really don't know. I don't know what I think. Probably it's fascinating because I don't know what my answer is, but I know a lot of people have different answers to it. So I don't know.
Yeah, hit me with the bad news first, like.
So the good news can soften the blow of it.
Well, that, and I feel like just like once you've been through enough shit, just like tell me what the bad shit is
just lay it
first.
on
So
me.
Let's just get that shit out the way.
Let's get that shit out the way.
All
Let's fight
right.
that one.
I'm gonna probably ask this on 2 more episodes, and if it's like the same like quick answer, it's probably a bum ass question. I probably would have thought it. I was like,
crazy cute.
This joint's fire. Like, it's gonna be stuck.
Crazy. Crazy.
But all right, so did you guys enjoy this conversation, this episode?
Yeah, yo, this was dope.
Man. It was great, man. It was great to be on here, man.
Great meeting you, Biv. It was definitely great meeting you, Q.
Hey, great to meet you too, Rel. It was great.
Mm-hmm. And if you listened thus far, whoever's listening, hopefully you didn't think it was super ass or trash or boring or toxic or problematic. And if you want to hear more, go subscribe on anywhere or anything you listen to shit. Type in RightonQuelive, one word with the QUE, not the letter, RightonQuelive. Also, I did a compilation project not too long ago called We Are Live. That's on all streaming platforms. You can check that out, whatever. It's good shit on there. A lot of dope talent. A lot of dope talented artists on there. Again, anywhere you search it, RightonQuelive, We Are Live. I actually have 2 more projects coming out soon. You'll hear more about that in the future. And, you guys can plug or promote anything you want.
You can go ahead, Biv.
Well, it's about time. Great to be on here. Finishing up my second album now. This album's going to be called Guilford Road. And I'm really going to be just really taking it back and making it more personal. Aurora was a piece. It was like an art piece. For this one, we getting real personal. Guilford Road should be out this fall. And I just dropped the track called Growing Pains with my cousin Scooch. He makes beats. So I just put that out. That's on Audio Mac. It'll be everywhere in a week. Yeah, that's what I'm going to plug. Follow me on the gram. Biviens. Yeah.
Word. You right?
Yeah. Tyrel John on Twitter. The Moments We Used to Kodak on Instagram. I'm putting together a EP / like 10-track album I'm calling it Hope It All Works Out. About to drop it in September. That shit about to be crazy. I can't even lie to you.
Oh, heavy. Let's go.
Yeah, that shit about to be crazy.
Hot take.
But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me do this.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to both y'all journeys, and I hope the best. More to come after that, whatever.
Sure.
RightonQuelive, talk about it. We are out.
Yeah.